The whistle blows, the crowd ignites. Underneath those blazing lights, cleats hit the turf, the battle's on. The whistle blows, the crowd ignites. Underneath those blazing lights, cleats hit the turf, the battle's on. The roar of fans, the beat of hearts, is where the legend always starts. Friday night, we're burning bright. JG Media brings the fight. Exeter shouts, the mules inside. Friday night lights, so it's our night. Helmets clash, the sparks they fly. Dreams are made beneath the sky. Every play's a shot to shine. The countdown's loud, the tension's real. This is how the champions feel. Friday night, we're burning bright. JG Media brings the fight. Exeter shouts, the mules inside. Friday night lights, so it's our night. Oh, 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 it's our night. It's our night. Friday night, we're burning bright. JG Media brings the fight. Exeter shouts, the mules inside. Friday night lights, so it's our night. Whoa, it's our night. It's our
Brought to you by Birdie's Inn, 160 Old Friedensburg Road at 5 Points in Exeter, the home of the best burgers in Berks. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice. Advanced comfort specialists for all of your HVAC needs. And Borelli's Creperie, Deli and Market in Flying Hills. Now to the Muhls Sports Network broadcast booth. Here are your announcers. The boys are reunited and it feels so good. Ryan Lina Weaver and Patrick Wider.
Well, good evening and welcome everyone in for what should arguably be our best broadcast of the year, I would hope, between the visiting Governor Mifflin Mustangs and your Muhlenberg Mules. We'll kick it right off to a commercial break here, and then when we come back, we'll have all of our pregame lined up for you right here on the Muhls Sports Network.
life moves fast. Your insurance should keep up. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, Brad Coley shops over 30 top-rated carriers to find the right coverage for you. Home, auto, business, life. Whatever you need, they've got your back. Real service, real savings, real fast. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice.
All right, back in here for the broadcast as I'll turn down my headset just a smidge. I was blasting in my own ear there, but welcome in, Muhls, 4-0. Governor Mifflin, 2-2 here.
Say your name, so everyone can know who
Everyone
you are.
knows who this is.
Who is it?
I'm Ryan Lineweaver alongside my broadcast partner, Patrick Wider. Say hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Is that what you were waiting for?
I cannot wait for this game. I am so excited. I've been excited since Monday, just to see the Mules play against a team with a pulse.
Well, let's talk about that, shall we? Muhls coming in second in District 3 in scoring at just a shade under 50 points per game. They are second in District 3 behind Twin Valley, who's been
Twin Valley's
putting up blanks
murdering everybody.
60.
Oh my God.
What was that? 60 points in three straight weeks. Yeah, not too shabby. Anyway, the Muhls just a shade under 402 yards per game. That ranks 5th best in the Lancaster-Lebanon League. They've won 5 straight games if you go back to last season. It's the first time that they've had that in a long time. First 4-0 start since 2013. And then you have Mifflin coming in, dragging their feet a little bit. A little hit or miss. They've done that alternating pattern, win-loss for their 2-2 record. They are giving up just shy of 380 yards per game. That is dead last in the entire Lancaster-Lebanon League. They're coming off a 43-15 section opening loss to Exeter. The defense has, quote-unquote, absorbed a lot of body blows already this season. We're hearing about some more injuries potentially for the Mustangs here this evening. And yeah, from a 50-foot view, there's both teams through 4 games. Stark contrast between the two. But if you would believe it or not, the Muhls haven't beaten Mifflin since 2003. That wasn't a typo. It's been 21 years since we've seen a Muhlenberg victory against these Mustangs.
Where were you in 2003?
I was still in high school.
I was in college, so that's a long time ago. Here's what I'll say. They've played a tougher schedule, though. You know, they've played some good teams. They beat a 6A team in Hempfield. They played Exeter.
I mean, the Black Knights aren't what they used to be.
They are not. So I think this matchup is interesting. You know, Mifflin can for sure win this game because they have a style that is hard to stop.
They do.
They run a triple option offense and when you play this triple option offense, you know when you're the Muhls, you're going to get less possessions on offense because they're going to run the snot out of the ball.
That means that our first half should finally be the
Yes,
quickest of the
I was
entire year,
thinking
Pat.
that. Quickest in years. And then the second thing is it's hard to stop. It's hard to simulate in practice. So I'm curious to see how I think this Muhls defense, I've said it for weeks, they're way, way better than they were last year. Their tackling is better, but you miss one tackle on these guys. And LeBron Leaf is a really good quarterback that can run and throw. And if you miss one tackle on him, he can take it to the house. So I think it's an interesting matchup, but the Muhls have a chance, like I said, to start 5-0 and to avenge some of the 21 straight years. That's not even a rivalry. That's just, you're just playing them every year.
Pretty much, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that could all change
And
here
most of them have
this
not
evening.
been close either.
They have not. That could all change this evening.
Yes.
By the way, something interesting, pulled up a really fun parallel between Rob Flowers and his 1998 team versus this
Wow,
2025 team. Yeah, it was a good work by Claude AI, by the way, for pulling that out. That team went 11-1. It was the last time that the Muhls scored 50-plus in consecutive games. There's your parallel from there to 1998. Rob Flowers, a big part of that team. He was their former QB. Now finally coaching. He was an all-league quarterback, defensive back. yeah, they beat Schuylkill Valley and Twin Valley. They beat both valleys that year by
I bet
50 points in consecutive games. But yeah, that was the last time. It's been since '98 since they put up 50 in consecutive.
Well, Twin Valley does it
contests.
every week, and Exeter does it most weeks. So
This is true.
Yeah, but
Listen,
I
we
bet
celebrate
you-
all wins here, Pat.
Well, I bet you Coach Flowers was a dog, because I see how he is as a coach. Imagine him as a 16, 17-year-old. Oh my God! But it's alumni night. They have a lot of former football players come back tonight, so it's good that you brought that up, because Coach Flowers went to school here, played quarterback here, and he's come back to coach his alma mater, which is awesome to see.
They'll have some of those 98 team members hopefully here in attendance. But prior to Rob Flowers coming on board, 5 wins in 6 years for the Muhls. Since then, believe it or not, and you can believe it because it's a cold, hard fact, they have a winning record under Rob Flowers right now.
Yeah,
I
that's
kid-
true.
we-
Yeah,
They have
absolutely.
a winning record under Rob Flowers, including that playoff game with 5 straight.
He's
They are now 8-7 in their last 15 under Rob.
he's a culture changer. He's come in here and changed the culture. They're so much more conditioned. They're so much stronger, and they're so much better coached on both sides of the ball. And I think that you see it every week. We've seen it. We saw it last year. You know, they could have very easily beat E-Town and won a 5th game. You know, Exeter, they had a hard time with, but they put a ton of points on Exeter. So this is a very good team, and it's exciting to see what Cam Small can do tonight, because Mifflin's really struggled on defense. So you got to feel good that, tonight's a game that you give Cam Small the ball 25 times, 25 times, and ride your bell horse, bell cow. Let him run.
Whichever animal you choose.
Let him run the ball. Let him run the ball. Give him the ball 20, 25 times tonight. Let's see what happens.
Well, let's talk about him. He just joined a 3,000-yard rushing club for his prep career here. 605 yards so far, 11 touchdowns. He's 3rd in rushing in Lancaster Lebanon League. He's tops in touchdowns. An efficiency master. What more can we say? He's averaging over 10.5 yards every single time he touches the football. He's super tough to tackle. He's a little over 1,000 yards away from Jason Reiner's program record. He's still got a little while to go, but he'll be closing in on both the rushing club and But he's right there. And last year he was held to just 22 yards against Mifflin. Little payback coming up.
So he just very much, he's in sync right now. He's in sync with the offensive line. He knows the run schemes well. He knows how to hit the holes, and he's just special with running the ball. He's kind of got it all. He's physical. He's quick. And then he gets in the open field, he's gone. I still don't know how he scored on that.
I completely missed it because I thought that he was by the sideline. I thought he was pushed out of bounds. That's why I stopped my call.
The tackler tried hitting him, and he just went, "Hey, weight room, buddy," and ran him over. But he's got it all. I don't know what else to say, but he's got it all. He can do anything you want on the field. He can even catch the ball. He's a receiver. Then it goes on linebacker. He's probably one of your best defensive players. He's a great tackler. They're going to need him on defense tonight. He's got to come upfield and make a lot of tackles.
2,656 yards in just 15 games at Muhlenberg, obviously topping 3,000 when you combine his totals with his time in Reading. But it's been Cam Small, and then it's been the ability to throw the football. And pulling up the stats of Adriel Baez, he's been steady as can be behind the helm. He's been averaging 10, 12 throws a game over the last 3 weeks. He had 15 in week 1 that, obviously they were throwing against Schuylkill Valley a little bit, but he had 2 touchdowns plus a rushing touchdown in that game. And then he's just been basically managing shutouts by and large. They've been racking up big leads in the first quarter, and then it's just not turning over the football. He threw a pick in week 1 that was basically a punt. But since then, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's 17 for his last 22. He was 90% in week 3. He went 9 of 10 for 225 yards and 3 touchdowns. What more do you want out of Adriel?
Yeah, no, I agree. Baez has played great. Another thing is, like I said, similar to Small, he's in sync with the offense. The coaches know they're not asking him to do anything crazy, 5-step reads. It's throw the bubble screen, throw the hitch, throw the slant, throw the deep shot. And he's good at that. He's doing the simple things well, and he's protecting the ball. And you might need his legs tonight because if they try to shut down small, you need him to pull the ball and run. But where I want to talk tonight, Brian, is the defense. Tonight is, I'm going to sound like a coach here because I was a coach, assignment football. You got to stick with your assignment. So somebody's got to have the quarterback with triple, somebody's got to have the fullback, and somebody's got to have the pitch man. And if you do that, you have a good shot of slowing them down. But if somebody misses their assignment, that's where they get the big plays. And you got to be able to do that tonight because Mifflin runs this offense better than most teams. They're exceptional at running the triple option.
It's like Herman Boone always said, it's like Novocaine. Just give it time. That's how I feel about the triple option whenever I see Governor Mifflin run it. Because we saw him run it a couple of years ago, and they were doing really well against Exeter with the dive that particular game. And, another game it may be on the pitch, another game it may be the keeper. You get, that triple option, yeah, sure. You'd like to see him throw the ball once in a while, but for the most part, when they're back there, you got to somehow corral 3 different players and keep an eye on them.
And LeBron Leaf, what a name first off, LeBron Leaf.
Wonder who he's named after.
Yeah, LeBron Leaf runs it well. 171 yards rushing, 5 rushing touchdowns.
It's not Olajuwon.
No, like last week. Then he threw for 165, so not a lot, but a little bit. But then his running, it's 171, but he's got 5 touchdowns. So when they get inside the 10, he's going to keep it and get some yards. So they haven't been like the best offense because they played some good teams and they've struggled with it, but they're very good at the option. And so the Mules defense got to be ready. Got to be ready tonight.
Getting ready here for the national anthem. We'll take a quick break for the anthem. So you can see the color guard. Well, you can't see it, but we can. Color guard going right towards midfield, presenting the colors. Well, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the fact that here at 4-0, as the Mules looking for their first trip to the district playoffs in quite a while here. Being kind of remiss if we didn't talk about the powerhouse that is Section 2 so far. Because, let me tell you, you're used to seeing Mifflin's name towards the top here, but you got Exeter as the #1 in the power rankings right now in District 3, Conestoga Valley #2. Then the Mules, #3 through 4 games. How about that?
Incredible.
Those 3 teams, by the way, they're all undefeated, 12-0 record. They're outscoring their opponents 523 to 80 this season,
Wow,
an average
what a
margin of
stat.
victory by 37 points. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all.
So
And
obviously a lot of football left to play here, but weeks 7 through 10 should be pretty exciting here, starting with that Exeter and Muhlenberg match.
Yes, yes. So Mifflin starts with the ball. I got a quote for you The coach Morris, he said at media day, really nice guy, Governor Mifflin's head coach. He goes, I asked him, you gonna run the triple option? He goes, we'll run the triple option until I die, get fired, or I'm in the Pennsylvania Coaches Hall of Fame. Great quote. He said that to his players, and he says that to them all the time. So that's what I tell you. They're gonna run it.
Well, it got Nick Singleton to where he needed to be, didn't it?
Did. Oh, he's incredible running back. Here we go.
Kickoff his way. Shupp. All the way to Overly. Overly tripped up and brought down shy of the 30-yard line, which is where Mifflin will start off the contest.
Again, assignment football. I saw Cooper Burr down there, number 11, and I was like, this is your game. Hey, follow your keys. He goes, yes, coach, follow your keys. This is your type of game. Might be the quickest first quarter. We might have the quickest first quarter we ever had.
We might, especially this year.
Yes.
My gosh. Well, with the first play's a run, we're already off to the races here. Bit of an I formation right out of the start here for the Mustangs. It'll be a keeper by Leaf, and Leaf taken down around the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 2. It'll be second down.
Cameron Small, he's got to be big on both sides of the ball. He's got to come up, make tackles, and then do his usual stuff at running back. They need a big game from Cam Small.
So Leaf with the initial carry there. Gets about 6 feet. Second down and 8. May as well just keep my rushing totals pulled up here. Leaf this time in the gun. I'll put a man in motion. Little swing pass out to the outside. Misses a tackle. He's across the 40. There's a flag down on the field. This one's likely coming back. It was dropped around the 44-yard line. It would be enough for a first down. But the hold, most certainly in the area, will walk it back.
Yeah, it was a great play design. I didn't expect them to come out throwing, but there's a holding, and then they're going to push it back. So break for the Mules there.
Well, that one they kind of had, not quite a trips formation, but the tight end was a little
Yeah,
offset
it was
at like a
doubles.
45-degree angle off the line.
I tell you what, Mifflin does not have a lot of players. Look over there. Like,
That's a skinny bench.
yeah, I mean, they're 5'8" too, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a really small group of players. Now, I know they're dealing with some injuries, but that's a small number of players for a 5'8" program.
It'll be second down and 5 as the 15-yard penalty gains them about 3 on the play. Leaf now under center. Leaf nowhere to go with it. And wow, what a team effort here from the Mules. Unbelievable. Millisock was able to get away from the first effort there and ended up losing more yards than it was worth.
He should have just went down there because it was going to be about a 2 or 3 yard loss. He kept going back and about a 5-yard loss. D-line was right there. I didn't see the number. Cooper Burr, man, flying up, man, number 11. Made a great tackle, not let him go anywhere.
That was more than a 5-yard loss. That was a 10-yard loss on the play.
Yeah. That was,
Yikes.
And that's the only negative. There's the big negative with this offense is you get 3rd and long, it's really hard to come back from.
Well, that was one. It looked like they were trying to do the quick hitter to the dive man and just ran out of space. They bumped into each other, couldn't hand it off, and by that time the Mules were right there. They will throw it. It's close to a first down. They're going to be short. And depending where they're at here, it may be 4-down territory as Dentale with the catch.
Leaf numbers aren't great throwing it, but I watched his highlights. He can throw it. The kid can sling it around the yard. He's a good athlete. Last year he played as like a slot receiver. This year he's playing quarterback. He's a heck of a player.
And it was 11-19 for a $104, a touchdown, and an interception against Perk Valley. And yeah, here's 4th and 1. They'll put one in motion, dive, a flag thrown after the play. It'll come across the 50-yard line. And we'll see what the laundry
Legal
is.
motion. He wasn't set when he came in motion. So they're going to push
So why
him back.
don't they just blow it dead if it's a dead ball foul like that?
Well, false start's a dead ball. Legal motion is not a dead ball.
saying.
So you
I'm
play
just-
it out. You play it out.
I'm just curious what the difference is because theoretically
False
it
start,
also
they
gives
move.
an advantage.
False start, they move. Illegal motion just coming across. So now you're going to move back. I assume they punt. So now it's 4th
Oh, and this
and
time,
6.
yeah, it's 4th and 6, and you are all the way back now at your own 30, what, 4?
That was a great play design there. A quick hitter, they hit the fullback, and they made a great play there. But
Yep.
the
Now
penalties really hurt them. 2 bad penalties for Mifflin, real sloppy to come out.
it's like a repeat of watching Lebanon last week, where Lebanon had a couple of 3rd down and 6, 3rd down and 5, and then they'd commit a 5-yard penalty and walk themselves back to a 3rd and long. That happened, what, 3-4 times that game?
It's really sloppy. That was sloppy for him. They had a 1st down. All you had to do is sit on the motion.
That'll be Leaf punting it away. It's a good one. It'll be fielded just shy of the 35. As that time, Caleb Perez coming up, fielding it. Probably should have fair caught that one as defender right on top of him. Either way, 1st and 10 Mules.
Let me go back to that penalty. It was partly on the quarterback, too. You got to wait till he gets set. So if you would have let him get set, they would have been but a big break for the Mules. Now they get a pretty good field position here to come out on offense.
Yeah, going back to LeBron Leaf there, his 104 against Pregame Valley in a 45-13 loss is his high water mark. He had 68 against Pleasant Valley, 22 against Hempfield, and just 27 yards through the air on 4 completed passes last week against Exeter. They'll put Miller in motion. They'll fake it to Miller. The handoff up the gut. Small making things happen. Gets a big block along the sideline. It'll be a 1st down, and now they're going to call it back.
It's the blindside block. 15 years ago, your coach would praise you. Now you can't do it. It's illegal. So that's going to put the Mules in the hole.
Yeah, Christian Coley will get a hand slap, but it will be a blindside block.
You can't
and
do that.
not by much either, I will
It's
say. If we would go back and take a peek here, heads were turned a little bit, but they're going to say even side to side.
It's a safety thing.
Yeah.
It's a safety thing. Now, that play shows you how good Small was, right? They ran in the middle. They run their normal inside between the tackles. Nothing there, and he bounced it and had a big play.
Did his little Barry Sanders-esque.
Yeah, but again,
Going to run into a pile, bounce out of it, and wonder how I escaped.
So early, we have 3 penalties already. So, again, sloppy by both teams.
Muhlenberg a little confused here on the defensive end. Now they'll finally cover up both slot receivers. It's a run anyway. Winding and navigating his way through is Small. Small gets up to the 25, give or take.
Yeah, it makes sense. Just give it to him again. Settle it now. But you got a 2nd and 20 here, so you might want to throw it here. And if you don't get much here, then you run it with Small one more time on 3rd and long. And then if he doesn't get much, you punt it.
Well, 6 yards for Small. He'll put Coley in motion, cover up the left side. He'll pull. Small will follow his lead and get a few. Not much.
The difference between playing a Mifflin versus a Lebanon or a Daniel Boone, they're way better up front. You can already see the D-line linebackers are way better up front, and it's going to be you're not going to get those big rushing lanes that you did the last 2 or 3 weeks, or all year really. We go Reading, Schuylkill Valley as well.
You can see Verruit out there, number 78. He's a big boy there in the middle as a nose tackle.
75 is big and is active. Number 6 and 8
Yeah,
are good linebackers.
Gordon's 6'2".
Yeah.
Pretty stout there at tackle. Baez rolling to his left, looking to the sideline. Tapping his toes was Mikey Miller right in front of Rob Flowers. He'll get up to about the 40. And I believe that they may end up punting this one away as the field goal unit, the punt team coming out.
So the penalty hurts the Mules. That's their bread and butter. Baez is so good at sprint out, smash concept. Inside guy runs a corner, outside guy runs a comeback. Just not enough. The penalty hurts you.
13 to Miller, but needed 19. Oof. Punt is away by Lacey. A line drive fielded at the 31, and they'll just take a knee. It was well covered, by the way, by the Mules.
High snap. You can't have a game like this. You can't have any bad snaps. So hopefully the next snap is a little better.
Vega doing a nice job covering,
yes,
forcing the immediate knee.
Get the lights on in here. Woo.
Well, I like the ambiance.
So, You know, I think Mifflin had a good plan, just executed badly. You know,
Well,
two
15-yard
bad turnovers.
penalty.
Yeah.
Will
And then the legal motion on 4th down when they got it. So if you're Mifflin, you feel good. You're like, hey, just clean up our mistakes, and we're gonna be fine.
Leaf under center. Once again, it's the quick dive. And rumbling forward. Making the tackle was Zona coming down from his safety position.
That's
It'll
a
be second
win.
down.
That's a win for Mifflin. 5 yards. They're happy. Now they have 2nd and 5. Their whole playbook's wide open.
I believe that was up to Millisock again, who trying to climb his way out of that hole, by the way.
You got to make that 5-yard gain a 2-yard gain. Because now, 2nd and 5, they can do anything they want.
Leaf this time. Handing off to the tailback. Scooting forward is Stewart. And he gets a few more.
So that play, they're pulling the linemen, so they're running a trap power concept. And they got 4 yards. Now they're built. This is what they're built for. 3rd and 1, they're built for. Right now they can run anything. Triple, hand the ball to the fullback. They can do anything they want right now. And they're comfortable playing like this because they play like this all the time.
3rd down and 1. This time it'll just be a QB keeper as Leaf gets enough for the first. It'll move the chains.
Leaf is a tough kid. He takes hits, gets right up. He's a good athlete, and he knows how to run this offense.
I give him about 2 on the play. Needed 1. Got 1. This time a little bit different look.
This is the Navy look, double wing, well, 1 wing with the tight end and then the 2 receivers down here.
So they came out last time and opted to put a man in motion. This time, no motion, and they will draw the Mules offside.
You're playing in their game.
Yeah, smacking his helmet that time was Jack was. He'll be the guilty party this time around.
The reason why you put him in that offset wing is the defense could kind of forget about him, and he's in good position to go in motion then. And he's half turned, and it's a great concept that a lot of option teams run. That's a Navy type concept.
You know, like I said, you got Stewart down here, kind of like a quasi tight end, like a 45-degree angle, quick hitter. Ball's on the floor, and the Mules, I believe they have it.
Yes.
They sure do. Dropped his hot pocket at midfield, and the Mules pick it up.
That is huge. So they're running midline. They're reading the D tackle. D tackle made the tackle, and then the ball came out. So you're in great field position. 4 down territory. You got to go punch it in right now. Go get some points this drive.
I wouldn't be too terribly shocked if they decided to take a shot here on 1st down just to try to capitalize a little bit.
I think
Feels like a Rob Flowers thing to do. I don't know.
No, I think it's a Cam Small right, left. How many carries he got already?
God, you're boring, Pat.
I'm efficient. I give my best player the ball.
You just got to fumble. You got basically
Let's see
trips
who's
right
right.
over there.
See if Coach Ryan's
we'll
right.
see. We'll see.
I
All right,
think
they
I
hand
do.
off to Small. Small gets 5.
He's your best player. I'm giving him 25 carries tonight.
I know what he is.
I'm just making sure.
2nd and 5.
And the thing is, those guys on the offensive line are huge. They've grown up so much compared to they were last year and the year before. They know how to block. They've grown up. Let's run behind these guys. Let's protect that sophomore quarterback, and let's run. Let's give Small going here.
Now they're going trips left. Lacey will cover up.
There you go.
This time they're looking Baez short to Miller. Miller forgot something when he turned.
That's a snag concept. He's just going in and sitting about 3 yards in. He's open. I don't know how much he would have got after the catch, but
Not
at least,
an awful
yeah,
lot.
but you gotta
he
catch
basically
that.
came down right at the yard marker.
you got to catch that though. And now you got 3rd and 2. if you catch it. Now it's 3rd and 5. I think this is 4-down territory. You got 2 downs to get it. Let's try to get this first down. I give it 2 straight carries to Small. Maybe even throw it to him. Do something.
3rd and 5, Mifflin punching down a little bit. An extra man along the line. He will break off into coverage. Everyone does. Baez will throw into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Overly. Overly brings it out to the 45. Yeah, and that time, look, Mifflin showed blitz along the edge. They pushed all of their linebackers up a little bit closer to the line, and then all of them broke out into coverage right as the ball was snapped, and Baez right into double coverage.
Well, here's the thing they're trying to do, and they did this last week. They put Lacey in as a tight end right off the tackle, and they're trying to sneak him down the seam. And last week they hit him for a big play. This week they were ready for it. That was not open. That's the type of play that you got to throw it away or run. That was a really bad decision by Baez. And that's why I like to run the ball. They were small.
Effectively ends up being a punt on 3rd down. Once again, the dive. Muhls all ready for it. Jacked up on Mountain Dew. That time was Quinones. It'll be 2nd down.
That's exactly what you want. Last drive, 1st and 5. 1st and 10 went to 2nd and 5, 2nd and 10 now. But effectively, they fumbled. We threw a pick right around the same area. There wasn't much change in the ground. So it's
just hanging out here in midfield. There's that Navy look again.
Yep, double wing now. They got the double wing with the tight end down here, receiver outside.
This time they put Overly in motion.
Counter.
They run the little counter play. That's well read. Winding his way through the defense again. That looked to be, is that Fiddler? No, wait. Let's try that again. That's Stewart.
That is a great play, and it's so hard to defend because you're thinking option to the left. It looks like option, and he comes back with the counter. And it's so hard to defend.
20 for Stewart. 1st down and 10 on the 34. And yeah, hey, when we said that this was going to be the first matchup that'll really test the Mules, we weren't kidding. Once again, same look, except going around is LeBron. LeBron makes 3 people miss, 4 people miss, 5 people miss. Now Miller kind of giving him the business down on the ground a little bit, but Leaf, a gain of about 2.
The thing, that was an unbelievable 2-yard run by Leaf.
How about it?
The thing about them is they run it all. They run midline where you're reading the tackle. Right there, straight speed option where he's just tacking down the line of scrimmage. They run every type of option look you can think of, and that's what makes them so hard to defend.
Murray will check out. Kopeshka checking in.
Miller's got to watch himself there. That could have been a 15-yarder. He's got to be smarter than that. Don't give an extra 15 to this team.
Not after you just gave him 15 on the previous drive. Once again, similar look. This time trying the counter again. This time the Mules ready for it. Gain of 2.
I'm going to correct you. That's sweep. Counters are inside.
Let's go to the sweep. Sorry.
Yeah, they went like
it looked to be almost the same.
It does. It does.
All right, so he went to the right side of the tackle instead of the left. All right.
But yeah, it's sweep. But again, they have it all. They just ran speed option. Now they come back and run this.
You said counter last time.
It was counter because it was inside. This is a sweep play. Listen, I spent 15 years writing on a board, drawing up all this stuff. So, all right, stick with me, kid.
Look where it got you, Pat.
I'm
right
here
next
with you.
to me.
Yep. Little gun here.
This time they will chuck it out into the gun. Open field tackle. That is a fantastic job in the backfield there. And taking a peek at exactly who that was. Yeah, that was Mikey Miller. Swooping into the backfield and at least making contact. Didn't make the initial tackle, but slowed him up. And gain of, I don't know, 3.
3. And there you go. That's the spread concept, you know, that we've seen from the Mules. When they motion them out, throw the ball, get an extra blocker. But 4th and 2, come on, Mules. Toughen up here, right? Let's get a stop here.
And 2, Leaf.
They're going to let him run it. Yup.
QB keeper. He's met,
he
but slips past. Should be a 1st down. Yeah, they've gone that way the past couple of very short yardage situations. They just allowed Leaf to keep it. Gain of 3.
Under a minute. That's a quick quarter. I told
Under
you.
a minute, and nobody's scored yet. How about that? That's basically back to where we started here. Maybe the final play of the first quarter. Leaf on the reverse, and wow. Once again, another open field tackle, one-on-one, as Campitelli gets slammed to the ground. Yeah, that was Emilio Alvarez coming in from his linebacker position.
These Mules are really good tacklers. I mean, you look at it a year ago, what was that, a blowout, right? It wasn't even close. Now it's 0-0. You're right there. You're a little disappointed, but your defense is playing well.
Shot at Pat, it's progress, right?
Yes. Progress.
Speaking of progress, we'll progress right to a commercial break here that we didn't have a chance to do because we barely had any stoppages in the first quarter. So let's go there right now. 0-0. It'll be Mifflin ball when we return on the Muhls Sports Network.
At Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market, they keep it simple. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. In the mood for a hoagie? Choose one from the menu or tell them what you want. A hot sandwich or a cheesesteak? They've got that covered too. Lunch meat for a family gathering? They have it fresh cut to order. Craving Italian? There are imported specialties you won't find anywhere else. Along with drinks, chips, snacks, and hot or cold brewed coffee in caramel, French vanilla, and hazelnut flavors. That's Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market. 15 Village Center Drive in Flying Hills. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious.
Back here for second quarter action. The teams will flip sides.
This is the difference between another team. Mules only got, what, 1 possession? 2 possessions on offense.
Two
first
possessions.
quarter. And
One, you had a punt from a 15-yard penalty that walked you back immediately, and the other one was the deep interception that essentially ended up being a punt, and that's led to this possession for the Mustangs. Second down and 8, ball spotted on the 21-yard line. Leaf rolling to his left, throwing end zone, has a man, overthrew him by a smidge. He was looking for Stewart out there, and just a bit too hard.
that's your waggle. They fake it, they roll it out, and they sneak him out. Good coverage by the Mules. He would have had him if it was a perfect throw, a little over ahead, but great coverage. When you play an offense like this, Ryan, you got to play a lot of man because you got to put more people to stop the run, so you got to trust your corners. And I don't think that's a problem for the Mules. They have good corners. So now
And
you
you're
got third down.
just daring Leaf to throw the football,
Yes.
something that you
Yeah.
haven't really seen him do with
Nope.
a lot of success this year. So,
Absolutely.
and if
That-
you're going to
that's
do
it.
one thing, you take away the run, you'll live and die by Leaf trying to beat you with his arm. This time, nowhere to go as Leaf is gobbled up in the backfield.
Oh, no, come on. They caught a 15-yarder after the play. 75 jumped on him. But I don't know. I think that was a bad call. It was, I don't know. That's a
Well,
tough one.
if we zoom out here a little bit, you can see Rob Flowers beside himself around the 25-yard line. He's still chirping at him.
Well, because it's like bang, bang, he's on the ground, and the D lineman kind of like leaned on him, but it looked a little bit
Yep.
close, but I don't know.
There's your personal foul that ruins what was otherwise a fantastic effort in the backfield. Yeah, we can watch this again on our version of replay. Yeah, met.
Yeah, he can't do that. That's true. All right, I'll back up. I'm wrong. But,
I can't tell if he lost his balance, if that was what it was, or if it
It
was,
wasn't
oh,
egregious.
whoops,
It was
I
just-
lost my balance and I accidentally fell on you.
they always, that's the stuff that Flowers was mad about last week.
It's just
You
the stuff
can't
that
do that.
you got to cut out.
You can't do
And
that.
all the petty stuff, It's all the petty stuff. You don't see good teams doing petty stuff in games like that. Toss play this time, scooting to the right. Not able to make his way through the pile was Stewart again.
And like I said, there's another run. We haven't seen that yet. So they
Haven't
run
seen
the toss
that.
down. Toss, option. Great play there. They got 5 yards.
Stewart, once again, I got him for 4 carries, 32 yards.
It's just a shame because that was a great play by the defense. Cooper Burr blitz too. They had it all bottled up, and then you let them off the hook.
Yeah, you can't.
You just can't do that.
Can't let those negative plays go by the wayside. You got to take them wherever you can find them and not just give them right back. This time, Leaf rolling to his left, met in the middle of the field, able to break 1 tackle, not able to break a second. Gets maybe 2 yet again. He's
like
nothing if not consistent here through his first 5 carries. All of them have gone for either 2 or 3 yards.
Right, but then you got to worry about, there was a tight game against Hempfield, and he took it 40 yards for a touchdown. So he's got that explosive ability. So you got to bottle him up. The good thing for Mifflin is they can get the first down without being first in goal.
Sure
So
can.
if they get the first down, then they can go first and goal. So they got 2 downs to get 5 yards. Or 4 maybe. 4.5 maybe.
Leaf with Overly behind him, it looks like. Trying to draw him off, and they will. We've seen the Mules do this to other teams.
So that's their 3rd pony
Yeah.
of the night. You have
And
30
we're 10:06 here in the second
You
quarter.
have 3 ponies, and you have 3 ponies, and you have
Bunch of, like all of them backbreaking right now.
Yeah, 3 ponies, and then you got an interception. So big mistakes here by the Mules. You just can't do that when you play a team that's disciplined and well coached.
It'll be 3rd down and 1 since they go half the distance.
I bet you I know who's going to run this.
Oh, I bet it's Leaf up the middle
Number
here.
11.
They'll put a man in motion.
Yep.
Oh, they
Okay.
will do the dive. Once again, they run into each other a little bit. He'll be short of the goal line, but we'll get the first down.
That fullback is so close. It's 3 yards that sometimes he's going to hit the shorter pass. As long as he gets the handoff, they don't care. But he's so close. So now they get first and goal at the 1.
Leaf and Millisock have had some issues exchanging those handoffs all evening. The first one led to that loss of 10. And then Millisock's gone for
I don't
4-0
know.
and 3.
Millisock, maybe he doesn't. Is he new at this? I don't know.
Same look, different play. Man in motion. Leaf this
Nope, he
time
didn't
with
get
the
it.
sneak.
He didn't get it. I think he
And
lost
they're going to
yards.
say he's short.
So your 2nd and goal here. The key is on 2nd down, if you can get a tackle for loss and take them 2 or 3 yards back, that's what makes it hard. But at the 1, it's really hard to stop this offense because they can do anything. And everybody's bottled up inside. Sometimes the toss works. Now the risk of that is you could fumble it right, or you could lose like 5 yards to get tackled. But if everybody's inside, the toss can work.
Mifflin's got options. I always love watching Joe Murray, too, because he's always the first one to break the huddle. Like, very clearly not a pass play to him.
Yes.
Dive this time to Millisock, and Millisock
no.
spun backwards by Cam Small.
He lost yards.
He may have lost a yard, and they will show him as losing 1.
Incredible effort, Cam Small.
Well, at least, maybe. The guy holding
He
the
should've lost
3rd
a
down
yard.
stick said that he lost a yard. The referees will put it back on the 1.
This is huge. If they could hold them to no points,
Well, it's still
Well,
going to
do
be
they-
4-down territory here
they
for
could kick
Mifflin.
it too. I don't know if they would if they got a kicker.
I highly doubt if they're on
Probably
the
not. Yeah.
doorstep like this.
Come on, Mules. Send a blitz. Get after him. Toss.
Leaf this time, the toss
Bad
play.
toss.
It's a bobble toss, trying to find some
got
space, and he
touchdown.
will. There is a penalty somewhere on the flat, on the field there, and it will be a hold.
Holding,
That's
yes.
You forgot one of the other risks of toss plays,
yes,
Pat.
Yes.
And that's a holding penalty that'll march you all the way back 10 yards.
And why you get a holding there? Because you're tossing it, so the guy's trying to reach out. And
You're trying to grab around
yep.
players who are
And
running alongside of you.
I mean, Lee's incredible player, but that was I don't know what he was doing. The timing was off on that toss.
The toss was bad as it was, and he still was able to make his way in, but part of that probably because of the hold. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 11 on the 11.
Now you got to stop them. Cause like,
Yeah, 3rd and goal here on the 11.
Got to stop them here.
No choices.
Now they might try to throw it up, maybe throw up a fade down here, but you feel good with Lacey. He can guard anybody.
Nope, they're going to roll him. They're going to try a
great
screen to the
play.
backside. And
Nice play.
tackled inside the 5.
That's a great play because you get everybody going to the right on Waggle, and you come back with the screen. But the Mules were ready, and they did get 5 yards, but at least you held them to not get in the end zone. You gotta stop them here for the Mules. You let them in, it's backbreaking because you're battling right now.
Jack was with the stop. And now you've reached the biggest play of the game so far with about 7 minutes left in the second. 4th down and goal. And they will kick it.
It's not a bad call. You can't punch it in, make a field goal and get up 3-0.
Still see weird things happen on these.
Just don't ruffle.
About a 23-yarder, maybe 24. Spot is up. The kick is
good.
Through.
Yep.
Chip shot makes it 3-0 Mustangs.
That's a win, though, for the Mules defense.
That is absolutely a win. You hold them to 3. Take that all day, every day. You know what else I'll take all day, every day?
What?
A burger from Birdie's. How about that transition, by the way? That might be the best one yet. If you're craving the best burger in Berks County, Birdie's Inn at 5 Points in Exeter is where legends are grilled. Juicy patties of always fresh meat, brioche buns of fresh toppings, no gimmicks, no tricks, just bold flavor from Birdie's. While you're at it, grab a cold one and kick back, because Birdie's isn't just about food, it's also about beer, apparently. Oh, wait, and it's also good times and music. Also those things. Who could forget those? Like good times and music. Usually come with beer too, but anyway, this week at Birdie's. Saturday from 7 to 10, you have Johnny and Tara. The Tilted Halos will be on the stage. Sunday from 1 to 4, you got the Rams and the Eagles. Monday 5 to 8, Dancing on the Deck with DJ Jimmy 2K. Tuesday 6:30 to 9:30, you have Open Mic. Wednesday 7 to 9, Jumpin' Jay's Music Trivia. Friday 7 to 10, Music with One. Are you still following me, camera guy? Birdie's Inn, 160 Old Friedensburg Road in Exeter. Come hungry, leave happy. You can hear the band ready for the kickoff here. Mikey Miller and none other than Fred Lacey back to return. They're also anxious for this kickoff. We'll see if they bother to boot it to either one of them.
I'd squib it.
Most teams have, after watching Lacey go 89 yards to the house week 1.
Wow,
And they will try an onside kick, and it is recovered by the Mules.
Great job.
Nice job, Christian Coley that time.
Coley.
Just shy of midfield. He was the only one. If it got past him, there's no Mules in the vicinity. As this time they're like, hey, you know what? Instead of squibbing it, why don't we just squib it to the right?
That was a great onside kick, actually.
It was a fantastic onside kick.
Coley's got, he used to be a quarterback. He's got great hands, and the catch it and then fall on it. So you got great field position to the Mules. All right, that's what I want.
It's not quite the Pat McAfee recovering his own.
Yeah. Okay, but listen, Ryan, this is what I want. I want the law firm of Miller and Small right now. I want them to touch the ball every play.
Well, guess what?
There we go.
You're going to get it right here. As Mikey Miller in the Wildcat will get a few. He actually stretched forward. I don't know how he managed to do that, but he got 4 on the play. He just kept rolling around in outstretched arms, and they're going to put him around the 48.
Xavier Otero's helmet came out, so he had to come out real quick. Otero, again, very close hitting downfield. Got to be careful. Here, do it again.
Miller for 3, second down and 7. Baez with Small next to him.
Law firm of Small and Miller, come on.
This time, Baez.
Oh, he's
rolling,
wide open.
Rolling, he has Lacey. Got him at the 10. He's in for the score.
And that's why I am up here with you now, Coach. Touchdown Mules. What?
There it was. I told you they were going to take a shot at some point here, and they finally do so, and Fred Lacey wide open at the 10 and walks it in.
Just running down the seam. Why? I don't know where the safety was, but that's 7-3. We're the better team. 7-3. We're the better team. We got a big play. That's going to help Baez. He got confidence. Lacey is such a fantastic athlete. And it just, at first I thought he was going to overshoot him. But it was a great throw and a great catch by Fred Lacey.
I thought so too. Lacey kind of needed to re-gauge where that was in the air. You could see him like trying to slow up and find it in the air. For a second there, you're like, oh boy, don't drop that bad boy.
That's the type of play that in the last couple of years that the Mules would have dropped or overshot. And would have been like, oh my God. But that's his 11th catch on the year, his 3rd touchdown on the year.
Shupp ready to boot it away here with a lead.
I think Lacey goes ahead. Maybe somebody we got to consider player of the game. He's playing corner as well.
This one, little pooch kick. It'll bounce and stay in bounds. Fielded at the 20-yard line and nowhere to go. As finally, at least one of the players in on the stop was Cantras. He was the last one to kind of stand him up. And they will take over around the 30-yard line, actually, right on the 30-yard line for the Mustangs.
You know, it's unbelievable that you get that goal line stand, make them a field goal, and then literally, 3 plays later you get a touchdown. And it just, momentum is so big in sports, and now you feel so much better. You're up 7-3.
Well, and you know who else that's good for? Baez.
Yes.
You know what he threw his last time throwing the football?
Interception.
A big fat interception.
And that shows you the confidence they have in him.
So they just say, hey, next time out, you're tossing that one. That one, kind of a shovel pass.
Well,
that looked not designed, but I'm pretty sure it was. It's a shovel pass to Stewart, and he gets back to the line.
Yeah, it
was odd.
It was a low snap, so it messed up the whole play. It went low, and I mean, Leaf did a great job getting to him so quick. The snap was bad, and LeBron Leaf, not James, was able
LeBron Leaf
was able to pitch him the ball. So his parents must be LeBron fans. Yeah, I'm a big LeBron fan because as a Cleveland fan, he brought me a championship, so I don't mind saying LeBron.
This time, bit of a triple stack in the back. Call it whatever you want, Pat. Man in motion. And we're going to have a flag. It's going to be an illegal motion, a fumble, and Lacey pick it up?
Yeah.
It's Cam Small picking it up.
He snapped the ball. He wasn't ready for it. The Mules picked it up.
How about that?
Offense.
God, I was looking at the flag that was thrown for illegal motion, and
yes, it's the Mules.
How about you got to go up 14-3. There's no way around it. You know, it's touchdown or bust. You're inside the 20. You're starting inside the red zone. It's touchdown or bust. I think now's where you end up hitting Cam Small. And you allow Small to feast here inside the tackles.
Yes.
We haven't really seen a lot of passing situations for the Mules inside the red zone. A lot of that stuff has been just bombs away. And they will hand off. It'll be Miller cutting up the field and nearly untouched. We'll see where the knee landed.
It's a holding, though. It's coming back.
And it's going to come back. Flag thrown right in the middle of the pile there.
Their bread and butter, pull the backside guard, run power. Miller with a great run. He hit it right, but they're going to call holding, it looks like. It should be a spot foul, though.
Should be a spot foul. It'll still be first down and whatever. He gained about 5, it looks like, on the play, so they'll march him back. It'll be 1st and 20.
Tough penalty. That's a tough one.
Or sorry, on the hold, it'll be 1st and 15. I can do math. Minus 5, plus 10.
16. So you're right around there.
Yeah, close enough. All right.
Here's your bunch, tight bunch.
Mules, bunch formation. They'll put Miller in motion. They'll throw it to Miller. Miller has to make one man miss. He does. Gets close to the original line of scrimmage, barreling forward, lowering that shoulder inside the 20. And it'll be 2nd down and long.
Like Coach Flowers said last week when I interviewed him after the end of the game, when we gave Mikey Miller player of the game, they want more out of Miller. They want more defense. They want more offense out of him. And you could see he's just an explosive player. And right there, there wasn't much there, and he just, drove over the guy and got a big play.
Baez with Small next to him, trips right. Now a direct snap to Small. Small will get tackled forward inside the 15, down close to the 12. It'll be third down.
You see Small had his hand on his lineman. He's pushing him forward, telling him where he wants to go. He just feels it. He knows how to feel a hole so well. Give it to him. 2 more downs. 2 more downs, Small.
Gain is 6 for Cam.
Other thing is, they're all going to key on Small. This is a good time you could run your QB power or run your zone read and have Baez pull it, because he could have the ball and everybody thinks Small has it.
Coley in motion. Baez will look over to the sideline for any adjustments here, and they will take a timeout. Didn't like what they saw on the defensive side, and will stop the clock with 3:47 left here in the second. We will take a break ourselves. 7-3 Mules, and they're still marching when we return here on the Mules Sports Network.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Yeah, welcome. Hi.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
Look at that.
Taking a peek at some of the scoreboard action here from around the Lancaster-Lebanon League. Second quarter action, Manheim Township over Hempfield 21-7. Wilson beating Cedar Crest 14-7 in the first. Penn Manor leading Reading 8-0 at the end of the first quarter. That should be a winnable game for Reading as well. E-Town leading Ephrata 7-6 in the second quarter. That's fancy.
They're competitive. E-Town's good.
Exeter leading Lebanon 22-0 at the end of one. We'll get back to scores in a hot second here. Handoff is to Miller. Miller cutting up field, met inside the 10. As it looks like Rodriguez met him. It's going to be a first down for the Mules, I believe.
No. Fourth and no.
Where was that? Yeah, I was going to say that marker is right on top of it.
Well, one referee gave the fist for fourth down, another one said first down.
Overruled.
Yep. That's good. First and goal. Let's punch this in, boys.
First and goal. I think it's once again a heavy dose of Cam Small here. Only 19 yards. He had 22 against Mifflin last year, spinning inside the 5. He's finally brought down, but all that much closer for the Mules as we tick inside 3 minutes left here in the first half.
Quick half.
Yeah, no kidding. How about that?
It's almost 8. It's not even 8 yet. I love it. Thank you, triple option.
Baez will run in the play from the sideline. Usually that's Christian Coley's job. Coley staying in the huddle this time. Lined up on the left, trips right. Small takes the direct snap, hit just shy of the 5. He may lose a yard on that one. Out of the Wildcat, it'll bring up third down.
You know, we haven't seen Small throw out of the Wildcat yet.
Have not.
And so that is something that
I think I brought that up in our group chat, that one of these days
Yes.
they're going to have to throw out of this Wildcat so that it's not just a strict, Cam Small running the football or Mikey Miller running the football every single time. You know, it's like the Eagles. When you watch them, they've shown some tendencies over the first couple of weeks. They like to run out of the under center, like to throw out of the shotgun. Not that surprising. A lot of teams do it, but they create tendencies. You can't create the same tendencies play after play, especially when you like running the Wildcat that much. Oh, he had Small in the flat. Baez just going to take it, run, and punch it in. Adriel Baez in for 6.
Touchdown, Mules!
Did we mention that he can run a little bit?
Yes. It looked like he had a guy in the flat, and he was trying to look for Coley, who was kind of sitting down in the end zone.
I think he would have had Cam Small in the flat, but he had pressure on that side from his left. He had to tuck it, and when he tucked and moved up in the pocket, he realized he had 5-10 yards of space to take, and he just marches it right in himself.
He's a type of player that you could play him at running back, and he'd be a good running back because he's such a good athlete. And so nice run there by Baez to get a touchdown.
Extra point is through. How about that? 14-3 Mules with 1:40 left here in the first half. Not too shabby, Pat.
It's exciting. You played 4 games against subpar teams, and I felt good about the Mules, but I didn't know. And so you got to feel good if you're Rob Flowers. You're up 14-3.
Well,
your defense is playing lights out. Couple penalties here and there. The 1 interception, but other than that, you got to feel real good.
Now you got to do it here again. Yep. You got a $140 and $140 left here in the first half. You got to keep them off the board.
Absolutely.
Maybe they kick a long-range field goal or something like that. Like you probably live with that, but you can't let them score. You can't let them back in here. 14-3 looks a heck of a lot better than 14-10 going into the break.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's still a touchdown game at that point. Maybe Mifflin goes for 2. Maybe it's a 14-11 game. So this one fielded around the 25, slamming on the brakes and scooting ahead of the 40-yard line. They're going to get some really nice field position here. As once again, it's Stewart. I had to pick a player of the game for the Mustangs so far. I think it's going to be Stewart if things hold, because he has shown a tremendous ability to not only make players miss, but really do well in open space.
He's quick, and he's got a nice burst. And so what happened was he kind of muffed it, and then the coverage went past him, and then he was able to get up.
He pulled a Deshaun Jackson against the Giants, where oops, I muffed the punt. And then you pick it up, and your blockers are already past you, and you're like, oh, hey, I'll go walk this one in. In the gun, Leaf rolling to his right, surveying, looking. That one a worm burner. That'll bounce in front of his intended target. A Donovan McNabb special in the area of Joe Murray. Bring up second down.
That's one of those things that just
sorry.
You're going to struggle with.
I hope Donovan's not listening to this broadcast.
Well, that's one of those things you're going to struggle with because you're an option run-heavy team, and so they're not going to be a great 2-minute offense. And that's always the downfall of an offense like this. They're generally not going to be good at this.
Well, the thing is, you have 3 timeouts, but what do you do with them? Like, you run the football, you're going to have a running clock. It's really tough as a running team to only run the football in this situation. Burr had a hand on it! Nearly picked off at midfield. That was all Burr getting his hand on it initially. How about Cooper? Nearly making something happen. And that's why the Mustangs don't like throwing the football that often. I believe that was the same, looked to be almost the exact same play, just run it again. And this time Burr was like, hey, I remember this one.
It's like LeBron doesn't necessarily have the great fundamentals. He hit the ball way down, pulls up. It was a bad read. Good play by Cooper Burr. They're just not built to throw the ball.
Well, here we go. Leaf in the gun. Once again, he's going to roll to his right. Looking, has to roll even further. And certainly missed the hold, and that one's picked off at midfield. Is that Miller? It's yes! Mikey Miller for the pick 6.
Touchdown Mules! Oh my God, what a play! Holy crap!
What did I say about the Mustangs not being able to score? I didn't say anything about the Mules not being able to score before the break again.
Back weeks, Mikey Miller with a pick 6 to change the game.
Mikey Miller is really, really asking us to select him again as player of the game. Holy cow.
That is a backbreaker.
But once again, is that the exact same play 3 times in a row? Because it certainly looks like it almost from my eyes.
But
sure. Was it?
But the thing with it is why I don't like it. Coach Morrissey's a great coach. But I don't like it. That's not your identity. Just come out and run it. But what if you pop one? Then you call your timeouts. And you did 3 straight passes. After the second one should have been picked almost. So then you on third down, you should have ran it. And you pass it. And Mikey,
it's 3rd down and 10. I know that you want to still take a shot at it, but look, all 3 of those plays, what are you doing, right? Now, they showed a little bit different the last time that they were down in the red zone. They had Leaf roll out to his right, and then they did that little, screen pass back to the weak side. This time, they're just having him roll out, and you're cutting off half the field when you do that because the design rollout plays, his eyes are fixated on the outside of those hash marks or from the middle of the field outward. He's not looking back the other direction, nor should he, really. But you're cutting off half the field, and for Mikey Miller, how much easier does that make your job as a safety?
Right.
Because you're only reading just this small little sliver.
I like the sprint out game. I just don't like it 3 times in a row. I'm a big sprint out guy because I've always been a big part of it when I used to coach. But 3 times in a row running similar or if not the exact same play was not a good idea.
Well, and once again, and had he bounced it even further to the outside, he might have had a shot, but that's Stewart with another fantastic return. There's a flag down here around the 18-yard line.
Holding was going to come back.
So this one will walk all the way back. The hold will be pushed up to the 30-yard line, give or take. So you can walk it back from there.
It's just you're not built like that. You're not built to sit there and sprint out and throw the ball. That's just not who you are. And you're trying to be something you're not by going out and throwing it straight through time. The Mules are because they're a spread offense that throws it. Not a lot, but they throw it a decent amount. As Baez comes in one of the top passers in the LL, but they don't.
Well, and I think that part of it is just look at the scoreboard. You're down 14-3. You're starting to feel pressure that
Yes,
you
that's
can't
true.
just run the football and feel content that A, we're the better team, and B, we can run the football, get a first down, call a timeout, right? That's not the same Mifflin team that we've seen in the past here. As Leaf looking downfield again, looking one direction into multiple coverage. Nice catch by, was that Coley on the sideline?
Yeah.
Sure was. Threw it into basically triple coverage looking for Joe Murray. It's incomplete again.
They were going hitch and go. And it wasn't the best route. You got to sell it a little more, but right now just run the ball, go in the half of your Mifflin. If you pop one, you're happy.
Second down and 10.
The Mules will give you a 10-yard run right now because they're sitting back in their deep zone because they don't want to give up a big pass.
They'll give you whatever you want as long as it's shy of the 50. 56 seconds left. Leaf in the gun. This time looking to his right. Going outside, has a man, finds Murray. Murray has the first down. He's down to the 36. And I would assume that Mifflin, we'll see if they decide to take a timeout here or not. The clock is stopped while they get set.
To your point, right there, sat in the pocket. He ran a comeback because the Mules don't want to give up a big play, and you get a first down.
That breaks a streak of 5 straight incompletions for Leaf. Leaf now once again going sideline, has a man.
That's a beautiful throw from right hash all the way over here. Great throw by Leaf.
Well, and you can throw that when you're not rolling to your right either.
Yeah, Joe Murray. Joe Murray's a big dude, 6'3".
6'3",
Not
wide.
the fastest guy, but a lumbering type guy.
I'm sure his parents will love hearing that on the broadcast.
What?
Lumbering.
He's kind of like a tight end that's playing receiver. I'm not trying to be rude. He's a big dude, but I don't know if he's going to run past you.
Do we have a commercial to go to this time around? Lord knows I don't read the script. Let's go to a quick break here with 33 seconds left. 21-3 Mules. They're seeking their first win against the Mustangs since 2003 when we return on the Mules Sports Network.
Life moves fast. Your insurance should keep up. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, Brad Coley shops over 30 top-rated carriers to find the right coverage for you. Home, auto, business, life. Whatever you need, they've got your back. Real service, real savings, real fast. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice.
Back here, Murray, the man in motion. Leaf looking his direction. Now a crossing route. Leaf's just going to tuck and run. He's out of bounds inside the 40-yard line, and this one's going to be coming back.
Yeah, holding. It's
Keeping
so
track of the Mifflin penalties too?
Yeah.
I mean,
is-
that has
that's
to
their
be
fifth.
it has to be at least 5.
Yeah, they have 5. The Mules have 4, I think. I got Mike Drago next to me. He's probably got better stats than me, though.
Yeah, we'll cross-reference stats at the break here.
But I don't think the Mustangs have called a timeout yet, right?
They have not. They still have all 3.
Yeah.
Again, you could run the football and stop the clock, but
They don't have much.
not
left,
not a lot.
26.
Yeah, well, not now, but
Yeah.
I think some of it is just that lack of confidence in some of that run game. And you just feel that pressure. You're down by 11. You haven't lost to this team in 21 years. You got a little under 2 minutes on the clock. You're like, all right, let's go make a go at it. Let's try to put points up on the board. Let's make it 14-10. Fortunately. It's again Stewart in motion, flag immediately.
Good catch.
And it's going to be illegal motion again.
Yeah, they're just a little off on offense compared to where they were last year. Just the timing, everything's just not there for Mifflin this year.
So that's penalty number 6 by your
6.
count.
Yep, 6. I got 6. I might have missed one. It's just very
You just got to come
sloppy.
to a stop. It's just Stewart still in motion as they're going forward here. And that's not. I'm not sure if that's something that you can clean up mid-game all that much. That feels like you got to practice your way out of that.
Now
You're the coach. You tell me.
Oh, I agree. I think that they're battling some injuries, might be playing some new people in different places. But I agree. It is something. They seem very sloppy tonight, more than normal what I've seen before.
Leaf with 2 men to his right, looks to his left, now back to his right, throwing it,
Whoa, that's
and it
dangerous.
dies in
Wow.
between everyone. Somehow misses both wide receivers in the vicinity, misses all of the defensive targets,
Man, if
falls
Miller,
harmlessly.
If Miller would have got that might have been another pick 6.
This
They-
place might have torn itself to the ground if that would have
I
happened.
might have ran down there and gave him a high five for that.
Honest
Two pick
to-
6s in
Honest
a
to
minute.
God, I think that pick 6 is probably the loudest that we've heard it here in
It
3
was
years.
nuts. The crowd was crazy. Great job. We were going nuts. I mean, it was an unbelievable momentum changing play.
How about that? This time, Leaf with all of his options to his left, except for Stewart in motion. He's going to look for Stewart, well covered by Miller. He's going to tuck, run,
Don't hit him. Don't hit him.
and he's
Okay, good.
knocked out by Lacey
Smart play
at the
by Lacey.
45.
A year ago, he might have hit him.
Listen, you get the tackle on the stat sheet no matter what there. You don't have to hit him. You get the tackle. You're the closest player in the vicinity. Shut it down.
So if you're Mustangs, you got 2 plays, really.
Yeah, you got 9 seconds left.
2 plays.
All 3 timeouts for whatever that's worth. So you can take shots. You can complete something to the middle of the field if you want to take a shot down towards the middle and still be able to call a timeout. You could still do that anyway if you wanted to because the
Yeah.
clock stops.
I'd try to do something over the middle if you can get like a dig post.
Well, they've
and
just
then
been
call
throwing.
timeout.
They've been throwing out routes, and that's fine. But you don't have to stop the clock in this situation. You have 3 timeouts. I feel like I'm calling with amnesia. Now
He's
they'll
gone.
use one of the timeouts.
Well, they weren't lined up.
They weren't
right.
ready,
They only had
yeah.
6 guys on the ball. They got to get that 7th guy, so they didn't know who was going to line up. Was it going to be the tight end, the receiver? So they were really discombobulated there. So they had to call a timeout. That's not a bad idea. You got 2 more timeouts, so you're good,
Well, you
right?
can't use them inside 9 seconds here. You're not going to use all 3.
But I mean, a 14-3 game. If they ran the clock out, it's 14-3. You're like, okay, you're the Mules. You feel good, but now with that pick 6.
Now you're down by 2 scores, and not just 2 plus 2-point conversions. You're down by a legitimate 3 scores now.
And you got to feel good. The Mules going to get the ball the second half to start.
Oh yeah.
So you got to feel good where you're at with the Mules.
Certainly eye-opening around the Lancaster Lebanon League, I'm sure.
Yeah, I didn't check the picks. I usually check the picks. I wonder who people picked.
I don't know. Tap Michael on the shoulder and ask who he picked.
He may want to recount it right now.
Leaf chucking it long. Caught inside the 45,
Timeout.
inside the 35, and I don't think that they got the timeout off in time before the time
get-
expired. The Mules are running off the field. Rob Flowers is encouraging everyone to move off the field. So I'm pretty sure that even if they had called it, Mifflin's out here expecting to run another play. Muhlenberg's like, no, we're running to the locker room.
What? What's going on, though?
I'm not sure if we're done out here quite yet. The referees have not told Mifflin to go to the locker room.
What?
But they're also not telling, and now they'll tell Mifflin, go on.
That's a little weird.
What an odd sequence of events here at the end. You know what's not an odd sequence of events? The ones that led us to a 21-3 scoreline. Well-deserved here for the Mules as they look to climb out of a 21-year hole against the Governor Mifflin Mustangs. Yeah, 2 decades before we've seen a scoreline like this at the break. So we will take a break ourselves, recap the first half, go into the scoreboard. Because, my God, Pat, we finished the first half in an hour this evening. How about that?
I love it.
So enjoy the commercial break. We'll be right back. 21-3, Mules at the half. More to come on the Mules Sports Network.
You're watching the Muhls Sports Network on Jerry Gallup Media.
The whistle blows, the crowd ignites. Underneath those blazing lights, cleats hit the turf, the battle's on. The roar of fans, the beat of hearts, it's where the legend always starts. Friday night.
At Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market, they keep it simple. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. In the mood for a hoagie? Choose one from the menu or tell them what you want. A hot sandwich or a cheesesteak? They've got that covered too. Lunch meat for a family gathering? They have it fresh cut to order. Craving Italian? There are imported specialties you won't find anywhere else. Along with drinks, chips, snacks, and hot or cold brewed coffee in caramel, French vanilla, and hazelnut flavors. That's Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market. 15 Village Center Drive in Flying Hills. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. Life moves fast. Your insurance should keep up. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, Brad Coley shops over 30 top-rated carriers to find the right coverage for you. Home, auto, business, life. Whatever you need, they've got your back. Real service, real savings, real fast. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice.
At Birdie's Inn we meet again. Friends and love forever blend. Raise a glass to time so sweet. Come on in and find your seat. The lights are twinkling. Stories never fade. The moments we cherish, your memories made. Dancing in the night, voices in a song. Together we're strong, right where we belong. At Birdie's Inn we meet again. Friends and love forever blend. Raise a glass to time.
Welcome back in. Enjoy the wonderful tones of the Governor Mifflin marching band here. Space themed, it looks like. You can see the globe over there. Apparently, the side of the globe that has absolutely, I don't know, like no continents whatsoever on it.
Looks like Indian Ocean area.
It may be. You're the history teacher, Pat. I was never good at geography.
Well, look at you see the scoreboard, what they're doing?
I do. I can see all the, you got a lot of the alumni pictures up there, a lot of old school. Right now it's rolling through the black and white.
I'll make sure they face the globe the right way next time. That's okay. I know we never That's okay.
You want to know some scores?
Hey, there we go. Now there's continents. There's North and South
There you
America.
go.
There we go. All right. Sorry, I didn't realize that she was up.
What happened?
Well, they're gonna fix it for next time.
Fix what?
The globe.
Oh, she was. That's got to be on the breakout. You were commenting, and then the Governor Mifflin band person was up here. Oh my God! They said they'll fix it next time. Ryan ripping on the band just made the
God, who isn't catching strays up here for me this evening? Donovan McNabb catching strays.
Yeah, well, how about that? Making a Donovan McNabb. I didn't know.
Is he
what you
here?
meant by that.
No. I mean, did you not watch any of the early 2000 Eagles?
No.
Late 2000.
Not much.
Like,
No.
yeah, McNabb was known for chucking them into the ground all the time and killing worms. If you ever wondered, he never overthrew wide receivers. He'd always, punch it right into their ankles.
I got a bad Donovan McNabb story. You want me to tell you?
Oh, what else are we doing here, Pat?
When he was playing in Cleveland, and I was in college, and I had one too many legal beverages, I spit on Donovan McNabb when he was running in at the halftime. I was 21, stupid, and I should have done that. But not my finest moment in life. There you go, folks. You learn a lot about me on this show.
More than I ever thought.
Like scores. What's the scores?
Pat, anxious to move on from that topic, as willingly as he brought it up.
No,
Now
but,
eager to.
No.
Hey, wait a second. I shouldn't have told you that.
So Mifflin, you ripped on the band, and then I told a story about spitting on Donovan McNabb. We're off to a smashing success in the second half. Okay.
Anyway, we were looking at scores. 'Cause we'll eventually touch on this game again and recap the first half, because let me tell you, got super exciting there in the second quarter. 0-0 after the first, which we haven't seen all season long, and then all of a sudden everything just popped off all at once in the second. But taking a peek around the out-of-town scoreboard, Manheim Township leading Hempfield 28-7 at the break. Wilson over Cedar Crest 28-14. That one in the second quarter. I believe Doug Dom's looking for win number 2 hundo this evening, and well on his way against the Falcons. See, I pulled that out of the thin blue sky here. Penn Manor leading Reading 15-8. That one also in the second. Penn Manor favored to win that one, by the way. Ephrata has come back and now leading E-Town 13-7. That one also in the second. And Exeter leading is a strong term. Shellacking Lebanon 43-6. That one just about at the break.
So Doug Dom's incredible person. I met him a few times, coached against him. Just the nicest guy in the world. Penn Manor and Reading are both winless. So they're both trying to get their first win in the year. I think Penn Manor's showed a little more progress than Reading, so I'm not surprised that they're beating Reading. All right, you want to go to Section 3?
Section 3, not that this affects us at all, but Warwick over Cacalico. What is going on with Cacalico this year, by the way?
They're a little down, and
Yeah,
Warwick's good.
Bit. Warwick, they were good a couple of years ago when we went to go see them. That one 24-0 at half. This one, I rubbed my eyes. I turned away. I rubbed my eyes. I looked at it again. I kept rubbing my eyes, and the score still hasn't changed on the computer. 2-0 at Manheim Central leading Conrad Weiser at halftime.
Is that the baseball teams?
They're
playing some fall ball?
It's just a really odd score line, that's all.
It's
Garden
bad
Spot
beat.
leading
They're
Fleetwood
played by
21-0 at the break. Donegal.
Well, here we go, Leaf in the gun. Once again, he's going to roll to his right,
14
looking, has to roll even further.
Liam Peter Strasburg.
And certainly missed the hold, and that one's picked off at midfield.
21-0 at the break.
Is that Miller? It's Mikey Miller for the pick six.
Anvil, Cleona, and Columbia tied at 14. Berks Catholic 21, Lancaster Catholic 0. Schuylkill Valley rounding into form here. 21-6 over Peckway Valley in the second. Kutztown 12, Hamburg 7 at the break. Conestoga Valley leading Spring Grove 12-7 at halftime, and William Tennant over McCaskey 15-0 at the half. And then tomorrow's games, you got Elko taking on Wyo. I have other things to do, unfortunately, but I would love to go see my alma mater get
Shellacked.
beaten down by Wyo. Yeah. And then Eastern York at Solanco in non-league action as well tomorrow. But last night's game.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, there we go.
Updated.
Hey, there it is. Let me tell you, Pat. Let me tell you. All right. Listen, I am not advocating betting on high school sports. Let me get all of this out of the way very, very upfront and open, just like Pat was about the time he spit on McNabb. Let me be open. We have a group chat going amongst everyone. And admittedly, we were talking about and I brought up, unprovoked, what the halftime score of the Exeter-Lebanon game might be. And I put it at over under 49.5. Right now, Exeter leading Lebanon 56-7 at the break. That puts it at 51. 49.5 was not too shabby there, Pat.
That's why I laughed. We have fun, guys.
Well, first it was just under 49.5, and then it's just over 49, so not too bad.
Well, a couple of things I'm going to
Don't ask me to put
So-
put any type of betting line on this game.
So Ephrata
Pete
13, E-Town 7. E-Town is, who we play next week. So E-Town looks a much improved team this year. So they're battling Ephrata, and Ephrata is somebody we're going to play down the road. So that's a big Section 2 matchup. So Mules get this, if they can hang on, get to 5-0, and then next week they got another big game against E-Town.
Not too shabby here for the Mules in the first half. Adriel Baez with a QB keeper from 6 out for a touchdown, and then a 55-yard bomb to Fred Lacey as well. And a pick 6 on the opposite side of the field by Mikey Miller. Taking it to the house, and that's how you get 21 up on the board for the Mules.
It's big plays. You get the big touchdown pass from Lacey and the big interception, and that's the difference in the game.
And now, a kickoff. This one going right for Lacey inside his own 5 around the 4. Jukes to his left. We're going to have a flag back here around the 10. And this one might be coming back. He gets out to about the 20 and nothing more. We'll see what the flag is. Usually in the area of a hold.
I can't believe there was a hold. I looked down and there was like 6 Mifflin guys and Lacey. I was like, oh my God. And then they call it holding them. That must have been one of their guys must have held.
Sorry, I'm going to put Chris's, his phone is going to act as our, yeah, there you go. It'll be a spot foul and then walk him back.
Oh my God, they're going to be down to the 7. Jeez. Yeah, not a great start here for the Mules.
Yeah, they're going to have to march a little bit further. And yeah, jeez. I mean, block in the back. The guy, okay, sure. Just watching the replay. That's all right. You can take that away now. He bumped into the back of the player. He maybe went like an extra yard in a different direction. It was not egregious. He didn't bowl him over. It's fine. Anyway, 1st and 10 on the 7. That was small up past the 10.
I would expect a lot of Cameron Small. You're up 21-3. You want to ice the clock a little bit. You still want to run your offense, but you also want to get cognizant of the time.
Well, he hasn't seen the ball all that much here this evening. It's 6 carries for me for 28. Baez once again to Small. Small off right tackle this time into the secondary. Past the 20, up towards the 25.
Great block by the pulling lineman there. Xavier Otero led up, destroyed the backer, and that let him get up to the second level and get a big gain.
15 for Cam Small, his longest run of the evening.
A little no huddle here.
Yeah, they are going no huddle. Mifflin not quite ready for that. Quick throw out to Lacey. Lacey makes one miss. Across the 30, 35, shoved in the back, out of bounds by LeBron. And he'll be around the 40, 41-yard line. Gain of 15.
Lacey's incredible. The one receiver, the second receiver, missed the block. He came right up. I'm like, oh, tackle for loss. Nope. He goes and gets positive yards because he's just unbelievable in the open field.
That's one of those, in the open field, you're asking Small, you're asking Lacey, you're asking Mikey Miller. Just make one guy miss.
Yep.
And then see what happens as there Cam Small starting to his right, drifts to his left, picks up a few.
And I like they're in a good tempo right now. I know you're cognizant of the clock, but you got good plays coming in quick. You're going to the line. You're running the play. And you can feel the Mules like really feeding off that, getting the play in early, ready to go.
We'll see what we get here on 2nd and 7. Man in motion is Coley. And got him to jump.
It's hard when you're playing DN, you get your hand down, and the guy comes in motion, and then you get a little antsy, and then, got the jump there. So
Mifflin does not have a 52 on their roster that they gave us, so your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
Oh, there it was.
Yeah, David Facey.
There you go.
Yeah, they changed.
Never mind, he was 36.
Yep.
Now he's 52. He jumped offside, make it 3rd and short. This is exactly where you want to be if you're the Mules. 4-down territory, I would imagine. You're going to be this close to the line to gain.
And they go in Wildcat.
They will go Wildcat. Small trying to go off tackle to his left, has the first down, keeps those legs churning, takes 3 Governor Mifflin players with him, and he's inside the 45.
Can we call it the Wild Small?
I don't think that works.
Yeah, Wildcat, you gain a blocker, just let my guy go cook. And like you mentioned, they haven't thrown it yet. Is today the game or maybe next week? At some point, you got to think he's going to throw the ball.
Going to have to out of that formation at some point in time.
Even he takes a step like he's going to run the
Yep.
ball and then step back and just
Listen, man,
throw.
even the tush push has a variation every now and again.
Yep.
It will fake the handoff out into the flat to Lacey. Lacey once again making one man miss. A flag thrown in the backfield. Or sorry, in the secondary.
That's going to be on 3 for block in the back or holding. That's going to be Alexis Cantrez.
And it's just, it's not needed on that play because you're in amongst how many different white jerseys and you're deciding to block one of them in the back. There's 2 other players that can make that tackle. It's just, you just have to be a little bit better in that situation. Just knowing, like, hey, my block in the back is not going to spring him loose when there's 2 other defenders there.
I agree.
You know? It's just situational awareness a little bit.
Yeah, great point. I agree. It's a small thing sometimes, and it's still an area that they got to keep working on, the Mules.
This time, pulling it down is Baez. Baez, once again, a little shifty run inside the 40-yard line. Not too shabby there for Baez, his second carry. And this one just a few yards shy.
You know, we talk a lot about Miller, we talk a lot about Lacey and Small, but Baez is a good athlete too. So you got 4 dynamic athletes out there at all times for the Mules. And that's what he could do. The whole stadium thinks Small's going to get it, and he pulls and gets, 6-7 yards?
He actually got 9 because they were backed up because of the penalty. So now 2 carries for 15 for Baez. Even just throwing in wrinkles like that. You know, hey, it's not always going to be to Cam Small. As Small slips in between a couple of tacklers and then brought down after the gain of maybe a couple feet. They're going to give him 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Jeffrey Clotto pulled, and then it was a good play by the DN from the Mustangs. He kind of hedged him well, but they love to pull, and they pull their guards like crazy and run all kinds of powers out of it.
Baez bringing it in from the sideline.
You don't see him go under center much. I don't think have they been under center once all year?
No. He's in the gun. Wide receivers split out to the left. The handoff is to Miller. Miller across the 35. Will keep those legs churning as well. Get a few more out of it. Have a helmet pop off. That might be Otero's helmet.
Yes, it's Otero. Lace him up, boys. Come on. Keeps falling off.
It'll be a first down for the Mules. And that one, pick your poison. You got Cam Small on your left. You got Mikey Miller on your right. You just throw your weapons in the backfield with you, and hey, pick which one you're going to try to keep track of.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Like I said, it's a bread and butter. They pull the backside guard. They run power. That's their bread and butter constantly. Both guards are always pulling.
Buys the handoff to Small. Small going off left tackle this time.
That was a great block by Julian Baez. He just pinned him down and tore the guy down to the ground. It was a great block.
And where are they going to mark him? 26.
Now go right in the no huddle again.
There we go, gain of 6. Didn't seem like much.
Never seems like that sometimes with Small.
Once again, Small with the handoff. Same exact play. He'll follow his blockers, throw a shoulder, and get close to a first down.
So instead of pulling the last 2 plays, now they're running a zone play, and you're just trusting Small to find the hole.
And he's down to about the 21, it looks
Somebody's
like.
down. It
Yeah,
looks
we
like
do.
from the Mustangs.
Looks like a
The white
Mustang
jersey.
player. Sure is. White jersey, gold shorts. Yeah, it looks like they're going to give him about 6, so Cam Small not doing too shabby here. 12 carries, 66 for him. It's hard to see who the injured player is down here on the sideline.
For the Mules, it's a great drive. You're taking time off the clock. You're running the ball. You're doing a great job. Yeah, I can't tell who the Mustang is that's down.
Sure can't. Looks like it might be number 3, actually. I caught a shoulder here, and it looks like it may be Overly. I'll tell you what, while we're waiting for the injury break, why don't we take a quick break as well? 7:43 left here in the third. Muhls on top 21-3. We'll be right back at it here in just a hot second after this commercial break.
At Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market, they keep it simple. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. In the mood for a hoagie? Choose one from the menu or tell them what you want. A hot sandwich or a cheesesteak? They've got that covered too. Lunch meat for a family gathering? They have it fresh cut to order. Craving Italian? There are imported specialties you won't find anywhere else. Along with drinks, chips, snacks, and hot or cold brewed coffee in caramel, French vanilla, and hazelnut flavors. That's Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market. 15 Village Center Drive in Flying Hills. Good food, fast, fresh, and...
Miller in the gun this time. Miller off the right side, still on his feet inside the 15. Finally drugged down near the 10. Mikey Miller, let me tell you, these Muhls, they just keep churning those legs. Once they get, a little bit of contact, they're just like, I'm just going to keep churning and burning forward. And that's exactly what Mikey Miller did there.
2 words. Weight room.
Sure is.
Another Mustang hurt.
Yeah, that is another Mustang hurt.
They've been beset with injuries. They got a lot of injuries coming in this game. Some guys were down and dinged up, and now they're losing more guys, so not too good for the Mifflin.
No, and you never want to see that, especially at this level.
No, never.
Muhls will all huddle up here with their coaching staff. The Mustangs either taking a knee or surrounding their teammate there.
That was they had Miller and Small in the backfield, and it was just zone read, and he's read the end, and Miller pulled it.
You know what? I like that wrinkle too.
Yeah,
then
we haven't seen that.
Haven't seen that wrinkle.
Yeah, because we've seen the Wildcat where they're back there by themselves.
Uh-huh.
So now we see that. They're adding every week. It's awesome to see. Coach Burkhart does a great job.
Still need a throw mixed in.
Yes.
It'll come one of these weeks, and we'll freak out in the press box, and we'll play Nostradamus.
I wonder if Mikey Miller could throw the ball better than Small, because he looks like a quarterback type, kind of taller.
We'll find out here. 2nd and 2. Baez taking himself on the keeper. He's going the long way around, and he's going to be tackled from behind. That's a heck of a job by Dinatale to track him down from behind. Baez, pretty fleet of foot as it is, and he's able to make the tackle just chasing him down.
Yeah, that was a great tackle, open field tackle there by him. 3rd and 4. Come on, boys. Got to get this.
3rd down and 4. Once again,
have
to imagine you're 4-down territory.
Yeah.
Just need 4 yards, 12 feet. I would imagine you'll see Cam Small in this situation.
I give it to number 2. He's your top running back.
Very quickly earning some carries here in the second half, by the way. Handoff is to Small. Small powering forward inside the 10. Not only a 1st down, but a 1st and goal here for the Muhls.
This is what you expect. You just, hand the ball to your best running back, and he goes and gets you the 1st down. Look at that clock. Yeah, we're down to halfway left to go in the quarter. Incredible.
And that's with Baez throwing just 5 passes so far. He's 4 for 5 for 89 yards and a touchdown and an interception. Doesn't have an incompletion to his name yet. They've hit the hands of somebody.
Here's another wrinkle. Miller back by himself again.
Yeah, once again, they'll go trips right with Miller in the backfield. Miller behind the pulling guard has to jet back around the 10. He's tackled inside the 5. We're going to have a flag on the field, and this one will be coming back anyway.
That's a bad read by Miller. He's got to run inside his guard. His guard's pulling. Go inside him. He bounces it. And that leads to the hole because he's trying to bounce it, and they got to reach. Go inside that guard. Follow your guard.
You tell him, Pat.
Sorry. No, I remember I was at McCaskey. We had a great running back, and at halftime, we missed 2 touchdowns because the running back kept bouncing it. I said, it's inside. Run inside your guard. And sometimes these guys are so good athletes, they want to run outside.
That's what you run into.
He's got to hit it inside, and it would have been a touchdown, I think.
You run
That's
into it
okay.
with football players.
Yep.
You run into it with soccer
Yes.
players that they're constantly just thinking, I'm more athletic. I can bounce it to the outside. Baez chucking it to the corner, and that one well out of bounds.
It was a miscommunication. Miller ran a hitch, and he thought he was going to run a fade.
Well, that's all right because that one was chucked into the sideline anyway. Miller would have needed to have been about 9 feet tall to make that catch. It'd be second down and goal from the 17.
And how do you tell Mikey Miller that he should have ran inside when he just had a pick six and he's a dynamic? He's a great player. Just sometimes they make a misread. But let's see if they can try to punch it in here. Second and goal, though, from the 17.
5:29 left here in the third quarter. Handoff is to Small. Jukes to his right.
Took a big hit.
And he took some hands up high, it looks like.
Do you kick it?
Oh, it's third down.
Oh, I thought it was fourth. you don't kick it. I thought it was fourth for some reason.
You don't get an extra chance if you miss on third down.
My bad. I thought it was fourth. My bad. If you don't get it, do you kick it?
That one about 9 yards from Cam Small.
I think I throw it here.
He's closing in on a hundo.
I think I look for Coley over the middle.
Well, and again, we haven't seen an awful lot of passing plays inside the red zone. And, here they go, a little pop pass. Miller cutting it up inside this time. Now bouncing it outside. He's in for the score.
Touchdown, Muhls!
That'll go down as a touchdown pitch and catch from Baez to Miller. And it's now 27-3 Muhlenberg, and they just drained that clock down to 4:37 left in the third. What a drive.
That's a great drive. And they even dealt with the penalty, and they overcame it. I mean, that's just, that's incredible effort by the Muhls, and you got to feel really good.
Eight yards from Baez to Miller.
Mike.
Yes, it is technically a pass.
You got to feel so good for Mikey Miller. Yeah, again, we've talked about this a lot. At Southmore, a lot of expectations. They were 1-9. He was a star player. Cam Small wasn't here yet. Fred Lacey wasn't here yet. And now Miller, second week in a row. He had the big pick six last week. This week, he's got the receiving touchdown, and now a receiving touchdown after having a pick six. So Mikey Miller, just unbelievable player.
Technically his 8th touchdown of the year if you count his defensive one from earlier today.
I think we got to consider making him the player of the game. 2 touchdowns, pick
on
six.
both sides.
Yeah, he won it last week, but still, he's earned it. And that's the thing that makes this group, we're getting to the point where we could probably say special. When you got Small, Lacey, and Miller, you have 3 exceptional athletes that can play receiver and running back.
Well, we're seeing
And
Miller being used a little
Yeah.
bit differently here tonight. We haven't seen him on the streak routes. He's averaging just shy of 30 yards per catch, by the way.
Yeah.
And he has 3 catches tonight for almost about 30 yards all combined. As that one goes out of bounds, it'll be an illegal procedure, and we'll get decent field position here. But 11 receptions coming into tonight, averaging 29.7 yards per catch was Mikey Miller, and that's just outstanding. Now, you won't see him on Lancaster Online's stats because he doesn't have the amount of catches needed to qualify compared to a lot of those other players. But in yards per catch, Miller's up there. You got Lacey up there as well. Like, both of those guys are just raking it in at a tremendous level, well over 20 yards a catch. And even Lacey tonight, he's got 70 yards on 2 catches.
And that's the thing you say about their passing game. They're not going to come out. Oh, they're going to make him re-kick.
They're going to make him re-kick.
The thing about you say about the Mules passing game is they're not going to go out there and throw the ball 25 times a game, but they're efficient when they throw it. And that you got to love that. Like, you keep bringing up every week how they're big plays. And you're right. They're efficient. Because sometimes it's a big pass play like you saw earlier to Lacey, and sometimes it's a little quick bubble screen, and Miller takes a short pass that's 2 yards, and all it takes it 60.
Still have yet to see anything mid-range.
It's very rare. It's usually a shot, but that's smart because you take your shot one-on-one, and then you do your bubble screens and your short passes to your guys in space.
You have them sink down a little bit, and then as the kickoff is away, you have them sink down in their formation a little bit, and As this
Oh,
one
jeez.
breaking loose across the 50, the
Great
40.
run.
There's a chance that he takes it back, and he will.
17, who's that?
Well, that was a nice choice on the re-kick as Lucas Kreider takes it to the house.
Break down there for the Mules. Rob Flowers, they're not going to be happy about that.
Yeah, it didn't contain him well on the inside. He bounces it off to the right and takes it in for the score. So the re-kick, I think they knew something we didn't.
Well, I think they just did that so Cameron Small can get more rushing yards.
Well, you know what this does is it just puts the Muhlenberg offense back out into the field. And if Cam Small keeps running that way and keeps grinding the clock, that's fine that they just scored, but they're still down, still a 3-score game with 4:23 left here in the third. So spot is down, the kick is up, the kick is through. Punched into 7 Brew.
How many yards is he away from the school record coming in today? 1,000?
Cam?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a little over 1,000.
So with the playoff counts, that would count towards the 2, right?
I would imagine that it would.
So he's got a shot. He's
Pretty
got
sure
a
it
legit
all gets
shot, right?
combined.
At breaking it. In 2 years.
He does. The only issue was the teams that you really needed him to feast on, the Schuylkill Valleys. He didn't do that in the first game of the year. He didn't have the big ground game. He wasn't rolling off, like they did a couple years ago where they were just rolling off, 150-yard, 180-yard, 200-yard games on the ground. That has not really happened here this year because they've had the balance that they've missed. And I think that's part of it, too, because they are throwing it with more success. We talked about Baez chucking it at least 10, 12, 15 times a game. That's been pretty steady through the first 4 games. So that's less reliance that you need on Cam Small to
agree.
need to get 200 yards. It's great if he gets there. You'll obviously take 200 yards on the ground if he can get it. But, at the end of the day, they're winning more because they're more well-balanced, and they just don't need Small to be that, workhorse,
I agree,
the only dude touching the football type of offense.
Hey, last time they onside kicked it.
That one, not an onside
Nice
kick.
kick.
Back to Lacey. Lacey from his 2. Bringing it out, looking for a block. Got a big one there around the 10. He's across the 20, across the 25, close to the 30. We'll see where they mark him. But taking that one back from his own 2-yard line was Lacey, and I believe that they will say that he got up to about the 29. Nice 27-yard kickoff return, and the Mules offense will head back out onto the field as they have been for the entirety of the third quarter so far. I think if you're able to go out here and you're able to keep draining the clock and run it down, the Governor Mifflin defense is going to get worn down. They're already short. They're short-handed, sorry. They're not short in stature. They're short-handed. They don't have an awful lot of players. They have injuries, and I think that's going to wind them down really quick.
The depth is really starting to get them this year. I think last week and this week, you can see the injuries and see how many bodies they're missing on the sideline.
So if you're Rob Flowers, you might be able to just keep punching it with Cam Small here as he goes off tackle. Had no help there once he got into the second level, but gain of about 6 for Cam.
Yeah, again, they're pulling that backside guard there. Their power, the bread and butter. That's Jeffrey Collado, who last year was just a DN, maybe a tight end, and now he's committed to playing guard and playing DN. So he led up there. He gave him a decent block.
And a forward on the basketball team as well.
Okay. Which football player is the best basketball player?
Right now it's Collado. Miller didn't really get to play an awful lot 2 years ago when I was calling. Last year, he had some struggles as well as he's ahead of the 40-yard line. First down for the Mules as Mikey Miller just gaining another first.
And what I like about Wade Miller's running the ball compared to last year is he's physical. I don't remember him being this physical. He's running through contact, and that's really impressive.
Well, you were here last year. I was off watching the YO Spartans do their thing for a while.
Yeah, I think he's running tougher. He was like an athlete last year.
Here we go again. We got Mikey.
And you got
in the Wildcat. He will just take the carry up the middle. He's got the first down and more.
That's a late call. are going to have a
And
holding.
this one's going to be coming all the way back.
It's so funny that, we watch so much football. We know when the penalty comes, we know what it is.
Well, a lot of it's just flag location, right?
Yep, it's
you
flag
know that if
location.
it's in the
Yep.
secondary, you know that it's going to be some type of, pass interference or whatever. If it's behind the line of scrimmage, in around the lineman, you just know that it's going to be a hold. It's tale as old as time. If you're a big fan of Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty
Or just football in general. Also, speaking of movies, I have to put this out there while I have the ability to. I went to go see Him last night in theaters, the football movie with Damon Wayans. Who's, by the way, he's 54 years old playing a 18-year NFL vet in that movie. The math doesn't jive. Also, terrible movie. Don't go see it. That one
geez,
off
it's
the
a
hands
fumble.
of
Go get it.
Lacey.
No, it's
And
incomplete. Okay.
that one was a forward pass there, Pat.
I'm a little worried.
It was invented by
No, I'm saying
the
you
Native
you
Americans.
worry about that. You always, as a coach, you
It
always
was
want to make sure.
invented by Jim Thorpe. I mean, it's a forward pass.
You always want to make sure, though, because that could have been a backwards
Yes.
pass. I'm just
Yeah, and that's something that, once again, it's a, hey, that thing goes off your hand and you're lined up in the backfield. I don't care if it's a forward pass.
Dive on
Like, you either got to go usher that thing out of bounds or go fall on top of it regardless.
Well, hey, Cameron Small is down there getting worked on, so he looks a little dinged.
And you are right. They will hand it off, and that is not a face mask, but
It is.
it will be a face mask. Look like I
Oh,
thought
we
that
got another one down here. Like they're jostling Mifflin and the Muhls.
I thought it was more of a horse collar, just based on how much of the jersey it looked like he was holding. But he grabbed the face mask instead. Well, and we'll see.
Well, there's a second penalty down here in the secondary. It was like a late hit or a personal foul on either both Mifflin or Muhlenberg or one of them.
Well, 3 penalties means that one of them gets charged. 2 of
They're
them
having
can
a long
offset.
discussion. Yeah, and it's Cameron Small's down, getting worked on by the training staff. So that's why you're seeing number 23 at running back.
Yeah, that's why you have Adochi out there.
Adochi, he made a bad read. He
And
tried
they're gonna walk the Mules back?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, or it was just the Mules
I don't
getting out of
know.
the way. But here's the
Let's see-
call.
let's see the
We'll
call.
find out, as will Coach Rob Flowers. It will be a face mask against Governor Mifflin, and I feel like we have more. There's a personal foul against Governor Mifflin, and we're going to have a personal foul against Muhlenberg. So those 2 will offset.
Don't you get 15, though?
They're not giving 15 for the face mask. So the play doesn't stand at all. The offsetting penalties after the fact will just make them replay the down.
I don't know.
Okay. So the face mask should count because that was during the run of play, and the other 2 were dead balls. We can hear the conversation up here. Now they're going to wind the clock. Okay, 2nd and 13.
Miller's
Sure.
down here getting some treatment, too. So Small, Miller's down here getting look like he's looked at, too.
It looks like, is that Small back in the
I
game
don't
now?
know. It does look like he's in there. Go ahead.
And I think that we got another false start here on 2nd and 13. That'll move him inside.
That is Cameron Small.
Yeah, so Small's back out there.
I think he's battling a cramp because
think-
he's trying to grab his ankle.
I think a bunch of these players are battling cramps right now, too, because I saw them. The one player from Mifflin that was injured over there by the 30 was also getting that leg stretched and working on that hamstring. So I don't know if that's just, hey, the weather's getting cooler. Maybe you're not thinking about hydrating nearly
It's
as much
pretty hot
at this
today, too.
point in time. And then it gets weirdly hot today. Like you get some temperatures in the 80s. I don't know. I'm just pontificating. Under 2 minutes to play here. Small will go out in motion. It'll be Baez with the keeper. Grinds his way down to the 45.
I want to go back to the play that was the face mask. Adochi bounced it again. You got to hit it, leave it inside your guard. And that's just something Small really understands. He knows how to find his blockers and run inside. But that's something that Doji will learn because he hasn't got a lot of carries in his career, and he's going to learn that.
On Adochi, a little bit on the smaller side, too. He's 5'7", $155.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be a traditional between the tackles type of runner. He's going to look to bounce it wherever he can find space.
So we haven't seen this a lot. Coley's down here as a receiver.
Yeah, we do have Coley splitting out as a receiver. They will throw it into the middle there. A little mid-screen for Mikey Miller. He's got a first down across the 50 before he's finally wrapped up by Stewart. Another first down here for the Mules.
Yeah, so a nice wrinkle because we've had Coley usually offset or got his hand down, so now he goes to receiver. I like that. You could probably throw him a hitch. He's not the fleetest of foot, but I think you could throw him a hitch. But they ran the slip screen. They brought Mikey Miller underneath. Great play design to get the first down.
That is pass
They've
play.
been on offense the whole time besides the 2 kickoff returns.
This is going to be the last play of the third quarter, and
That's
outside of that
incredible.
kickoff, this literally has just been the Mules offense the entire quarter. Baez the handoff. Small hit initially about 2 yards deep and will get driven back. So a gain of 3 for Small, and hey, that will do it for the third quarter.
What a quarter. This is incredible.
Pat, if you told me 2 years ago this is where we would be right now,
I would never believed it.
never believed it.
No, not in a million years.
And yet, 28-10, Mules leading the Mustangs. The only score that quarter was the kickoff return for a touchdown after the Mules punched it in. Had an unfortunate penalty on the first kick. They had a re-kick. That kick was taken back to the house, but it's just been the Mules on offense all third quarter. And when we come back here in the fourth quarter, it'll still be the Mules on offense right here on the Mules Sports Network.
Life moves fast. Your insurance should keep up. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, Brad Coley shops over 30 top-rated carriers to find the right coverage for you. Home, auto, business, life. Whatever you need, they've got your back. Real service, real savings, real fast. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice.
Back here for the fourth quarter, and if you're just joining us or joined us at any point in the third quarter, it'll look kind of the same here starting the fourth. Mules still on offense.
You got to feel so good. You're up 28-10. All the momentum in the world's on your side. Just keep running your normal offense, and you're in great shape to pull out the win and get to 5-0.
You're just looking to wind the clock a lot, as much as possible here. There's no bad time to run the clock. You go grind it down. Even 3 points will be useful here as Small out of the Wildcat, spinning. Ball is loose.
Is he down?
And
No, it's Mifflin ball. You
they're
can't
gonna
do
say
that.
It's Mifflin ball.
You just can't do that.
Well, and that's what happens when you dance around a little too much sometimes is you try to stay upright, and while you're trying to make something happen, you're getting punched and clawed and kicked and everything else. And at that point in time, I think that he just stayed on his feet a little too long.
Well, we'll see the Mules defense. Still in great shape.
Yeah, how
You're up
about
by
that?
18. You're up by 18. But you want to try to get a stop here.
For the first time in about 12 minutes, we're seeing the Mifflin offense. And we're not done here.
No, that fumble keeps the door cracked open.
Gives them excellent field position on their own 44-yard line. And a name that we haven't called in a while. We're going to call him again. A little dive play here. Gets about 3 or 4.
I think
Second
Mifflin
out.
can run their regular offense, but they got to get him in quick. If they can get a touchdown with the next 3 or 4 minutes, they'd have a chance.
Like I said,
It's going to get tight,
we're
but
not
they got
done.
a chance.
Those are the types of drives that you'll learn. All right, and Mules have not been in that position very often, if at all, over the past couple of years. So,
Penalty.
some of these close game, new situations.
And
and we're
neutral
going to have a flag here.
Neutral zone violation. Yeah, you're in the neutral zone. You got to back up.
We'll make it second down and short.
You're giving them life. Turnover, now a penalty. Come on, Mules. You're in great shape.
Hey, you're
Play
not
good,
in-
sound defense. You just can't, you can't give up right now a 47-yard touchdown. If you just keep them in front of you, make them drive.
You're fine with letting them drive. You're fine with letting them wind the clock. It's not just you facing the Mustangs right now. It's you facing the remaining 11 minutes as they are going to chuck it deep, and that one dies before it hits the 20. He was breaking away. It was well covered by Lacey for most of the route, and then breaking away there at the end and incomplete.
That's a good call because 2nd and 1, you go 3rd and 1, and you just fake the dive, and then you just run them all in streaks. It's just not the best throw in the world, and the coverage was decent. And it just kind of died on him at the end when he threw that.
Leaf, by my count, 4 of 10 for 29 yards and an interception. Definitely not their game.
That's not who they are. This is who they are. Run the ball, get under center.
Well, they don't have much time to run the ball either.
The
Mules, I think they stayed in the neutral zone that time. Put the man in motion. They're going to run the dive, get the first down, run right into a pile, and the Mules will drive them back as Otero was the one pulling the entire pile down to the ground with him. It'll be first down, but more importantly, eventually, once they set this football, the clock will start the wind.
Yeah, that's veer, so they're reading the end. We've seen midline where they read the defensive tackle, and he just gave it, and they got the first down. But you're happy for them to just take your time because it's an 18-point game.
Once again, running the dive.
Oh, that's a big one there, though.
That's a big chunk for Overly.
And remember, keep this in your back pocket. They did get a successful onside kick, so if they're thinking touchdown onside kick, they still got a chance.
Well, more importantly, Otero able to come off now, I believe, probably to get potentially some assistance.
That's a good timeout.
Looked like he was a little banged up out there, and I was wondering when this was coming. I didn't want to bring it up because it kind of felt like it might. But now after a handful of plays like that, and especially giving up the 10-yarder, it's time to call the timeout, bring everyone in, get them reset. You're missing Otero. He's out of it for now. So you get somebody else in there, you get everyone set up, and you get some really good defensive plays and defensive sets ready to go right here at 1st and 10.
No, absolutely. What you do now is, hey, just go over your assignments again. Hey, who's got the dive? Because the dive got 2 big plays in a row. Who's got the quarterback? Who's got the pitch man? Let's stay to our responsibilities. Stick with it. It's working. Take a deep breath. We got it. Their offense has scored 3 points the whole game. Their touchdown was on a kickoff return. Your defense has been tremendous, especially that goal line stand. It's been great defense all day by the Mules.
Leaf under center. He'll roll out to his right, being chased from behind. Little screen pass will get him inside the 20, breaking free. It's a first down and more.
Number 8's a good player.
No, that was number 8. That was Stewart again.
Yeah, he's a nice player, big body.
Look, I think that pretty much no matter what happens, unless they happen to score here, I think Stewart, for my money, is their player of the game so far. He's been pretty electric every time that he's touched the football for him and really has given them a spark here.
So that was a spread out, and they had him in the flat, and he got a big pay. I mean, they punch it in. This is where we'll get interesting.
Yeah, they've kind of settled in on this. So once again, the dive.
They found success with this dive now. And once they find something, they're going to keep running it and running it. They're not afraid to keep running it over and over again. They got 5 yards. That's exactly what they want.
Gain a 5 for Overly. I think some of that's just size up front.
Yeah,
you got to close down those gaps.
Yep.
You're just running dive plays. A lot of that's just taking away any type of gaps.
And the other thing is you got to worry about is now they hit the dive. Now you get Leaf to pull it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
And
that was Burr. Burr jumped off sides. He was trying to blitz. So what they're doing occasionally is they're bringing those inside backers on blitzes, and that's kind of screws up the timing on those run plays.
We'll make it 2nd down and 1, I believe. Sure will. 2nd down and 1 on the 3 now. It'll be Overly once again behind him. They've gone away from Millisock as that dive man after he had virtually no success. Once again, the handoff.
Yes, good stuff.
This time they stuff him. Overly nowhere to go. Yeah, that's one of the changes that we've seen Mifflin make too, that they've decided, hey, Millsock, it wasn't working. You know, they were bouncing back and forth off of each other. Leaf was having a hard time just trying to hand it off to him. So they now stick Overly in there, as you see number 7 is primarily being that dive back.
Yeah, and they found success with it, and now they're using it. And it's good coaching. Go with what works. Gonna run it again?
And once again, the dive.
No, he didn't get it.
And once again, didn't get it. Yeah, and if you're the Mules right now, you're okay with this.
Yeah,
you know why?
Okay.
Because they're running time off the clock every single time. They can't get a first down.
But if they get a touchdown, it gets a little icy, though.
They're just winding a little extra time off.
Still, you don't want him to score. You want to try to stop him.
And actually is overly hurt.
Yeah, he did look a little limpy there.
He's
here,
gimpy,
Leaf.
and they're going to run it with Leaf, and
yeah,
Leaf
Leaf got
is
it.
in for the score. And that was interesting because Overly's hurt. Overly's, you can see him limping off the field, or maybe you could.
Yeah,
he's
really
still
hurt.
limping
Yeah,
off the
he's
field.
limping
He may have really injured that ankle. But he was not good before the play started. I don't know what happened, but he was not good before the play.
I just pulled this up on my computer. One of the things I used to do when I used to be a coach at the booth was that I have this 2-point conversion thing. It says when you trail by 12, because they're trailing by 12, it says to go for 2, but they're going to kick the extra point.
I would also go for 2 in this circumstance,
I
but
think
I'm not a coach.
So now
Listen,
it's 11-point. It doesn't matter that much.
You need a 2-point conversion at some point
Yes.
along the line here. You need a 2-point conversion to make the math work because now it's still an 11-point game. You still need a 2-point conversion
but
at some
I think
point.
you got it.
So I guess you save it for the end.
2 possessions. You still got to think about onsiding it right now. And you had a good onside earlier, but Coley got it. So I think if I'm the Mules, I'd be ready for an onside kick. 8:47 on the time.
8:47, your time on the clock.
Let's make it.
Wow, we have a little bit of time here. Thinking about what I'm doing post game, and that is potentially a burger at Birdie's.
Birdies. I love Birdies.
I mean, I had a burger.
I love an ice cold beer too. I love those at Birdies.
They do have that. They have juicy patties, fresh meat, brioche buns, fresh toppings. I prefer fresh toppings, honestly.
Yeah.
Just between you and me, I prefer not to get E. coli poisoning from my lettuce or something like that. Won't get that at Birdie's. Fresh toppings, fresh patties, fresh buns, all of that. No tricks, no gimmicks, bold flavor. Grab a cold one, kick back. You got a whole slew of stuff going on here at Birdie's this week. You got Johnny and Tara tomorrow from 7 to 10. You got the Birds and Rams on Sunday.
He's going to onside kick it, looks like.
Sure does look
Shoot
like
up.
an onside kick
Get up,
again.
Mules. Got to have your hands team on there.
And that one,
Great
you're going to take
bounce.
a big
Great
bounce. It's off
bounce.
the Mules and goes out of bounds. It'll
Jeez.
stay with Muhlenberg.
God, this kid is good at onside kicks.
How about that?
You want
That
that
took the
big bounce at the end.
That
Oh
took
my
the second
God.
bounce.
Wow, NFL could hire this guy.
It's always that little second
He's
bounce.
pretty good at it.
Why not? Anyway, Rams and Birds on Sunday, Dancing on the Deck on Monday, Open Mic Tuesday, Music Trivia Wednesday, Music with One on Friday. Make sure that you hit up Birdie's, 160 Old Friedensburg Road in Exeter. Come hungry, leave happy.
Okay, Ryan, this is what we need. 2 things. No penalties, no turnovers.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not sure if they're going to put the ball in the air ever this drive, as here's Cam Small tucking it. He's across midfield, close to a first down. He'll be about a yard shy. And I believe on my stat sheet, that puts him over a hundo. Sure does. My unofficial totals have him at around 101 after that run.
Take your time. Take your time.
Oh, yeah, there's
4-minute offense. Run the clock. Run the ball.
Like I said, you got 2 opponents right now. One of them staring at you on the opposite side of the field, and the other one's behind you. Is that clock ticking down? Inside almost 8 minutes now in the 4th. Once again, they'll run the Wildcat, as you see Baez here on the near side. Small going off the left side this time, brought down on the fat part of the M, close to the 40.
They just trust Small so much. Even though he fumbled the last drive, you just trust him. You know he's meeting him and having an individual conversation at media day, just a like you just felt like an inner belief in himself and his teammates. And he's probably pissed at himself. I can't play my fumble. Give me the ball. That's what great players do. You're gonna not be perfect. Gonna make mistakes, and just give him the rock.
Muhls still looking for win number 5 on the season here as Small will split out. The handoff is to Miller. Miller off left tackle. Jukes to his left, not finding an awful lot of space. Gain of a yard.
It's okay. Keep running the clock.
Yeah, take another 30 seconds off.
You get one more touchdown, it's over. But the clock, you keep running it, and you take the clock down. It makes it tough for the Mustangs.
We'll say the Mustangs a little bit better on the defensive end than advertised. Coming in, giving up about 370 yards a game, and now you get to see Cam Small once again making that pile stand up. Now he's still breaking through. He thought that he was going to break that one. Small, I believe it's another first down. And it sure is.
You know what Cam Small is? He's a dog. He's a dog. The guy is just an unbelievable player. He can do it all. I don't know if he can throw the ball, but other than that, he can do everything else.
One of these days we'll find out, Pat.
I can't wait till he throws
Guarantee it.
I want him to throw the ball and have 1 for 1 on the year.
1 for 1 for a touchdown.
Yeah, that'd be incredible.
Be fantastic. Once again, little urgency out of the Muhls as that time ticks down. Small in the Wildcat, this time going to his right, and this time swallowed him up in the backfield. Once again, Patrick Stewart.
He's got a good first name.
Not too bad. He's got a pretty decent football game, too.
Yeah, I mean, he just blitzed those backers because what else you got to lose? They're going to run the ball, and he made a nice tackle in the backfield. I mean, how many times have we seen Cam Small get hit in the backfield, and he keeps going? But that was a great tackle. He tackled him and held on for dear life, but nice tackle there.
First loss of yardage for Cam Small this evening.
You're in great shape. Keep running it.
I have him at 20 touches at $1.16.
I said he needed about 25, 30.
So he could get there. 33 yards out.
Okay.
And a timeout called here by Rob Flowers.
I like how he uses his timeouts.
Yeah, you know
He's
what?
filling the momentum a little bit, wants to talk to his guys. That's a good timeout there by Flowers, just like I thought the defensive timeout was good earlier.
They do come at good times. You know what else comes at a good time? The
What?
Advanced Comfort Specialist ad read every
do
single
it.
fourth quarter.
I love it.
Man.
Advanced
Just
Comfort
chalking up those
Specialists.
transitions
Heat
here this
check.
evening.
Who are we going to do the play for?
You're looking for your heat check play of the game. And honest to God,
It's got to be the pick six.
I think it's the pick six. I
What a
think you have to go
momentum-changing
with Mikey
play.
Miller because that was we were talking about them being up 14-3 and how nice it would be if it wasn't 14-10 at the break. You don't want them to score, and then they come back, and now they punch one in, take it all the way back, and I think it has to be the pick six because that's the momentum changer. That was nobody was expecting it before the half. Mikey Miller picks it off around midfield, takes it all the way back untouched, makes it 21-3, and now all of a sudden you're looking up at the scoreboard, and it's a 21-17 game if that pick six doesn't exist. So at least for right now, that's my heat check play of the
That
game.
was an unbelievable play and just, momentum-changing play.
You know what? I'm going to read the ad read just to get it out of the way, and then if we need to change it because something else happens towards the end of the game, I'll figure that out then. But your HVAC system is a big investment, protected with a preventative maintenance plan from Advanced Comfort Specialists. Extend the life of your system and save on repairs. Call Advanced Comfort Specialists today and join the plan that pays for itself at 610-224-9756 or on the web at advancedcomfortspecialist.com. Small in motion. They will throw the football. Baez instead tucking, spinning, getting hit. And he gets back to around the original line of scrimmage. They'll mark him, I believe, right on the 30. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
I'm a little surprised they threw it. It looked like they're trying to take a shot, and it wasn't there, so Baez wisely just ran up, but he got smoked. That was like a hell of a hit. hit by the backer from.
It's just, again, that situational awareness. When you're in the middle of the field, you have an 11-point lead. You don't always have to stay on your feet at this point in time. The most important thing is keeping control of the football and not losing it. And the more often that you stand up and take hits and take punches like that and just have people grabbing at it, the more susceptible you are. As Baez rolling, looking, has a man. Finds Mikey Miller inside the 15. How about that on 3rd and 10? You need 10 yards? Mikey Miller got you.
Sprint out concept again, Miller. You have to trust Miller's. You have to respect Miller's speeds. What do? He's going to run a fade. He runs a comeback wide open, gets the first down.
Not bad there for Mikey Miller, who might also be our A. Murray Family Investments, LLC, Muhlenberg Alumni Night Player of the Game. Baez, they hand off to Small, makes one man miss, and he's just shy of the end zone. Tackled by who else but Stewart. And he's going to be just shy. And let me tell you, clock running. It'll be inside of 4 minutes by the next time that they, get a playoff. Or at least close to 4 minutes. Not too shabby here.
I'd be shocked if Small doesn't get it here. Give it to him, get the touchdown. Oh, stood up.
Small is there. Well, the back judge is marking him in. The sideline judges haven't said anything yet. And honestly, he's never mind. He's holding up 2 for 2nd down. He's not. He wasn't doing. He was doing. I think he was doing this to signify 2nd down.
That's okay. Take more time.
Yeah, who cares?
Who
cares?
Still haven't been under center all year.
Who cares? Listen, even if you fumble here and they fall on top of it, they have to drive 99 yards. The odds are forever in your favor right now. As Small hit, and yeah, he's going 1v2 and not going to get it.
And they don't have John Elway on that sideline.
They do not.
Yeah, third. Now it's 3rd down, right? Yeah, you got.
Now it's 3rd down.
They haven't gone under center. Go under center and have your running back, quarterback, just sneak it in. But they haven't gone under center all year.
I don't think we've seen a sneak all year.
No, I don't think so. They're not. I don't think they've gone under center once all year.
And they still won't here.
It's not a bad idea.
In the gun.
Oh.
And trying to get him offside, and I think they did.
Move it up a half
That
a
is
foot.
not too shabby play calling that time. Yeah, we'll move it up about 3 feet, half the distance. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1.
Wait, is there a false start? No, maybe not. Okay, all right, good.
Just an offside.
Oh,
wow. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Muhls will march him back another 15. And Rob Flowers wants to know what's up.
I saw the side judge, so it was one of the receivers maybe said
Yeah,
something.
look, you can see Rob Flowers, sorry. He's sitting there shrugging his shoulders, just like, guys, seriously? Seriously?
The side judge threw it. After the penalty, I was like, I had a bad feeling when I saw him drop it.
Yeah. Well, if you're the Mustangs, I would imagine you're taking a timeout immediately after this to try to preserve some clock.
They're
down
calling
by
timeout
11.
right now. Yep, they're calling timeout right now.
So there it is.
You know a good play call would be right now, like a screen. Like a screen to Miller or Small, something safe that you feel like you could just, and then get that touchdown and just extend the lead and you really put it away.
I'd love to see him, toss it out to Cam Small into the flat again and just watch him go to work in space. They've tried that before. Yeah, why not?
All right, here we go.
Thrilled to see where that Exeter game's at.
Here we go.
Here we go, Manheim Township. Oh, that's picked up a little bit. Leading Hempfield 35-13 in the 4th. Wilson over Cedar Crest 49-20. Penn Manor leading Reading by 20. That one's 28-8 in the 3rd. Ephrata now leading E-Town by 13. That one's 20-7 in the 4th. Exeter beating the pants off of Lebanon Those poor Cedars. One of these days, it might not be this year looking at their schedule, but one of these days, that one's 64-6 in the fourth. Warwick, that one went final against Cocalico 38-8. Manheim Central has picked up some points here in the second half. They now lead Weiser 20-7. Garden Spot beating Fleetwood by 4 scores, 28-0 in the fourth. Donegal leading the Vikings of Northern Lebanon 38-22 in the fourth. Lampeter Strasbourg over Daniel Boone, blanking them 41-0. The Dutchmen of Anvil Cleona should hold on here against Columbia 35-26. Columbia better in recent weeks.
They won back-to-back games.
Won back-to-back games. As here's Baez, trips left. He's looking to his right. Looking, and that one nearly intercepted, nearly caught. It was a whole slew of things all at once. And all that it ends up being is incomplete. It will stop the clock and make it 4th down and 16 with 2:50 left.
Yeah, it went through the DB's hands and the receiver's hands.
And I had to make a decision. It's about a 34, 35-yard field goal. It does not look like they are sending the special teams out there. They're going to send in Coley. So I'm curious if this is just going to be Rob Flowers looking for...
That's unsportsmanlike, killed you.
Yeah, and he's not under center either, but I was just curious if maybe they try to get an offsides and get it a little bit closer for a field goal. They're just going to chuck it to the corner of the end zone, going up and
What a catch! No,
Mikey
wait!
Miller!
They can't. They're going to say no catch.
What? That was unbelievable by Mikey Miller.
Oh, my God.
Got me out of my seat. What?
Literally, if we had a camera in here, Pat's standing.
It looked like a catch to me.
All right, well, now we're gonna rewatch this from our end because he's just going to chuck it to Mikey Miller. Miller had both hands on it, had it coming down, and I think he lost it to the ground because he had it going to the ground. He had both hands on it. That's what everyone saw. That's what everyone freaked out about because we saw him go up there, had 2 hands on it, and I think that the ground just forcing it loose when he came down didn't really have a hold of it. Well, here we go. 2:44 left. Mustangs down by 11. They're going to throw that football. LeBron looking. Throws it about 5 yards short of his wide receiver. It'll be 2nd down.
Is that Donovan McNabb throw?
Sure was.
All right, here's the situation. 2:39 left. You're up by 11. They need two touchdowns to win the game. You're in great position. So just keep everything in front of you. Nothing behind you. Nothing. No receiver behind you. And no stupid penalties. Please, Mules.
Yeah, no personal fouls. That would be great.
Or no unsportsmanlike. Just shut your mouth.
You tell him, Pat. Mifflin running clock. They throw it out into the flat. Nicely covered. Nice pop on the drop pass. Covering that one was, who else? Cam Small. It was nice coverage by Cam that time and then making the pop.
Cam Small is just a great player. Both sides of the ball. Everything in front of you. Don't let any receiver run behind you. Nothing stupid.
You know, and the wild thing here is Governor Mifflin coming in was probably like, we're not going to let Cam Small beat us. Hey, guess what? Cam Small doesn't have a touchdown tonight, and he leads the league in touchdowns. He hasn't scored at all. We've been watching him put up 4, 5 touchdowns a game. And that one nicely covered once again by Cam Small. Got a hand on it, incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down.
And again, this is not Mifflin's game. They're not chuck the ball around.
Can you tell?
I mean, if you come into this game, LeBron Leaf only had 171 yards passing.
Yeah,
he's just not a passer.
And most of it coming in one game where he cracked 100. Tonight, I have him 4 for 12 for 29 yards and an interception.
And he played receiver last year. He was one of their slot receivers.
4th down. Rolling right. He's got 3, 4 mules all around him. He's going to be short, and it's a turnover on downs for Mifflin. That was well covered. It looks like Chase Zona was out there. Looks like Cooper Burr was out there. Everyone was just all up in there, and as the band blares, I'm pretty sure they're playing Gangsta's Paradise. It's not Amish Paradise. It's not the Weird Al version, I don't think. It's the OG. It's the Coolio version, rest in peace.
I came in this game wondering if they could play good defense, shut down the
I'm sorry, Pat. We were talking Coolio.
I came in here, see if they could stop them, and the defense was fantastic all game. Gave up 10 points. Goal line stand was the play of the game. Plus, Mikey Miller picked 6. So really,
And a
they
score
gave
of
up
his
10.
own on
Yeah, they
offense.
gave up 10. They gave up 10, and they scored 7. So, so great job by the Mules defense all game.
Not too bad. This is going to be the Cam Small show as he bowls over some defenders. Finally brought down 4 Mules around him, the last in on the stop. I'll say his name again, Patrick Stewart on the stop. Not too shabby. He's 5'8", too, playing linebacker. He's just flying around that field.
He's a good player.
Not too shabby. I think it's official now that we can name players of the game,
Gotta be
at
Mikey
least for
Miller.
right now. I'm going Mikey Miller for the Mules. Back-to-back weeks for him. And Patrick Stewart of Governor Mifflin. He's been pretty outstanding out there for the Mustangs all evening long. May not have anything really to show for it at the end. That's football, baby. Small gets a couple.
I mean,
Third down.
they've done a good job on Small. I mean, they really have slowed him down. It's been Lacey with the big touchdown, and it's been,
Well,
Miller has other ones.
his past couple of carries have been
What's he at now?
struggling. Unofficially, maybe like $1.25, somewhere in that range.
So what are they thrown for?
About $1.19 from Baez.
So, yeah, so
and this
off
was
their
a,
season numbers.
and this was a team that we can talk about it post game a little bit, but this was a team that was giving up 370 yards per game, and they gave up 200 yards on the ground to Exeter last week. Brown had a great game, and we're just dealing with trying to watch how the Mules do by comparison, really. As Mikey Miller, how did he spin out of that?
Touchdown, Mules! The icing on top of the cake.
That's incredible. Go take a lap, Mikey. And that's exactly what he's doing. Call a 15-yard personal foul. Who gives a crap? That's an amazing personal display right there by Mikey Miller. There's no possible way that he doesn't get stopped 9 times out of 10 on that play. And he just kept spinning, kept moving, kept churning, and somehow just broke away from everyone.
2 words.
Player of the game. I was going to say 3 words. Player of the game.
3 touchdowns now.
If it wasn't official now, sure should be.
You come into this game and you think, hey, Mifflin's like, hey, no touchdowns from Cam Small, and we're going to have a good chance to win. 0 touchdowns, and they're going to lose 35-17.
Like, if we told you that they were going to come in here, Cam Small, yeah, he kind of get his. He touched the ball 24 times a game, but he wouldn't score. You would think that was a fairly successful game. Like, you played to your game plan. You're trying to make other players beat you. And for the Mules, this is now a situation where it isn't just a one-man show. It's not just, hey, we got a bell cow back and nothing else to show for it. Last year they had Cam Small too, but they weren't winning games. Why? They couldn't pass the football. This year,
Pass the ball at all.
now you got Baez. He threw incompletions his last 2 here. But before that, he had 2 incompletions. He was 7 for 9 for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns and ran for a score. So, Baez should also be in the running for player of the game. We're not going to do it because Mikey's pick 6 kind of unbalances things a bit.
And a rushing and receiving touchdown.
Yeah,
So
he's
he
got
scored in
3.
all 3 phases. Look at that run.
Just didn't
It's insane.
throw the football. Yeah, there he goes. That's incredible. That is play of the week material for Mikey Miller. And yeah, I think that we were getting a 15-yard penalty here. Called that one, didn't I?
3 flags. Wow.
45-yard penalty here on the Mules. They are walking it all the way back to their own 25-yard line to kick off.
2 years ago, you said this. I could not imagine. It was so dire 2 years ago. They looked like the worst football team I've ever seen in my life, and they quite frankly might have been besides Lebanon. And then
I think
last
they
year
beat
they
Lebanon
showed
that year.
progress. And now this year. So think about last year. They went 4-7. Now they're 5-0.
What
So they
did
got more wins than last year.
What did I tell you? They had 5 wins through 6 years before Rob Flowers comes here. They have a winning record under Rob Flowers. Now it'll officially be a winning record in the regular season under Rob Flowers, but what? That's an incredible turnaround from this team so far. And again, we're playing, by many accounts, a team that was picked to finish mid-tier, as this one will roll out of bounds. It'll be another illegal procedure.
Oh, come on. Nothing. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, it's time to pull some guys out of the huddle there, and the
That
referee should
will
be
not
doing the
make
same.
Coach Flowers happy. 22.
That's Zona.
Zona, yeah. You can't do that. Just let it go.
Or sorry, Alvarez.
Alvarez,
Zona's 44. Half.
Well,
it's Alvarez.
The Mules are going to be happy. They're going to win 35-17 to prove 5-0. They got
30.
E-Town next week.
That's
Get
a
to
winnable
6-0.
game. Yeah, and you're working through the mid-tier level of your schedule right now, and it's going to get really bumpy here towards the end. And we can chat about that then when we talk about the.
If they win next week, could you imagine?
Rest of it.
It'd be
Well, you can go in undefeated
6-0
and have 6-0.
Exeter versus 6-0 Muhlenberg here.
When's the last time that happened?
When's the last time? We got to get Drago on that one. When's the last time that happened? 6-0 Muhlenberg versus 6-0
Oh, don't worry, he'll have it.
Exeter. That would be incredible.
This is the 67th meeting between Governor Mifflin and the Mules, and this will be just the 19th time that the Mules have beaten Mifflin in 67 meetings.
First time they beat them since 2003.
21-year losing streak to Mifflin will come to an end here this evening. Looking around, dancing around, he's going to get a little bit here, and LeBron will finally be taken down short of a first down.
I don't even think, Chris, were you born in 2003? Our producer was 2 years old. Man, I was in college.
Lancaster Online said this would happen. They said the 21 game slide would end this week.
And it does.
They will just take a knee here for the end. That officially does it.
And
35-17, your final score here. The Mules victorious for the first time in 21 years against Governor Mifflin. We no longer have to talk about that next year, Pat. Ain't that great?
That's incredible.
Now it's a 1 year winning streak.
I'm so excited for these
Get on with it.
All right.
Mifflin outscored Muhlenberg 278-21 over the last 6 meetings. So the Mules scored more points this evening than they did over the last 6 times that they met Governor Mifflin combined. Pat will be making his way down there. And that's incredible all by itself. 35 points here this evening, 21 over their last 6 meetings. Outscored by 257 points in their last 6 games against the Mustangs and beat them here by 18. Ain't high school football great, Chris? But yeah, absolutely incredible here. This was a team in Mifflin. They were picked to be about mid-tier, right? They were picked to be middle of the pack. Nobody was expecting them to be an Exeter or be a Conestoga Valley. But, when you're able to grab some small bits of just, good, they did that last year. They were able to build on that. And you may think that the postseason game that they had last year doesn't really mean an awful lot, but they went in there. It was a game that couldn't have meant an awful lot to a lot of kids. They went in there, treated it seriously, shut out William Allen, and then coming out now through the first 5 games of the season, they are 5-0. They face a pretty decent E-Town team, so we'll face the Bears next week, but certainly a beatable team, certainly among the ranks here of Governor Mifflin, for sure, of kind of that mid-tier type of program. They're better than they were the past couple of years, but still growing and learning. But we will host them here next week. And looks like Pat trying to grab one of the players of the game in a hot second. But now we can talk about District 3 a little bit. And yeah, this it has to be the loudest that I've heard the home stands here. That pick six by Mikey Miller shook the stadium a little bit. But yeah, just going through it, look, Section 2 is incredible right now, especially when it comes to District 3. Class 5A, the championship race. You got Exeter number 1, Conestoga Valley number 2, Muhlenberg number 3. Nothing's going to change from that this evening, especially not with this. Nobody's leapfrogging anyone. Pretty sure you're going to see 1, 2, and 3 stay the same after this week. But those teams, again, 12-0 record, an average margin victory of almost 37 points per game. And we're not there quite yet, but now we can start inching closer to talking about the end of the season because, quite frankly, Week 7, Week 9, and Week 10 could be determining factors here as to who takes home not only the Section 2 crown, but also gets some pretty decent seeding for the District 3 playoffs. And, you know, hey, potentially Muhlenberg right now positioned to host a playoff game here. Been a while, been since 2013, but right now still positioned to host a playoff game. This is still way, way long away. But Week 7, for instance, let's say that everyone holds. Everyone continues running through their undefeated stretches of play here. Week 7 would stick Exeter at Muhlenberg on October the 3rd. Nothing Week 8, but then Week 9, you're looking at Exeter at Conestoga Valley. And then Week 10, Conestoga Valley finishing up here at Muhlenberg on October the 24th. So, again, first District 3 playoffs for Muhlenberg since 2013, and they're halfway there. We're halfway through the season. We're 5-0, and just an incredible run of play here for the Muhls. Again, now officially above the 500 mark when it comes to Rob Flowers in the regular season. Now 2 games above 500. It's just an incredible turnaround here for the Muhls. I know that we sound like a broken record every single time that we do this, but it really just can't be understated. They had 5 wins in 6 years. Rob Flowers shows up. Now they have 6 wins in a row. So a fantastic job here by this entire team, this entire coaching staff, and really entire community. That's part of what Rob Flowers is trying to build, a community of winners. You talk to these kids, and they just talk about the culture and how much has changed here since Coach Flowers has gotten on board, and just really looking forward to how much juice they have here towards the end of the season. You know, trying to be realistic about what we're facing. I don't think that we weren't realistic about tonight, about who Mifflin was and what they could be and what struggles the Muhls could face, facing that triple option offense. And hats off to them. They allowed 10 points to Governor Mifflin this. I know it says 17 up on the board. Their defense allowed just 10 points. So not too shabby here by the Muhls defense. We talk about the passing game so much and about how improved that is with Baez, but really it's the defense too. The defense has stood up. They have figured things out here, and you can see Patrick out there with
You guys got me? Okay, I got Patrick Stewart here.
There you go.
He's got a great first name. My name's Patrick, too. Congrats. We picked you player of the game. You played running back, and you played linebacker. I know it was a disappointing game. Can you talk about your performance tonight?
I would say it wasn't where it was supposed to be. Obviously, we didn't get the win, but there's always stuff to improve on, and yeah.
Okay, well, I want to say congratulations. Good luck the rest of the way, okay? And here you go. Sponsored by A. Murray Family Investment. You won the player of the game. Thank you, Patrick.
Well, that might have been the shortest post-game interview yet. Man of a few words. Not our Patrick, the other Patrick. And you just get to see Patrick run around, get super excited, hug people. He was dancing last week. I think Jerry made a video. We missed out on it. But he's going to go try to corral Mikey Miller. And through no fault of our own, Mikey Miller is going to be the player of the game 2 straight weeks here.
What's up, Chris?
We'll see if Pat has some
player of the game back-to-back weeks. You scored a pick 6.
different questions.
Rushing touchdown. Man, you look like Heisman out there running. And a receiving touchdown on a little pop screen. How's it feel?
Oh, it feels amazing. It just feels great to be 5-0.
pick six was incredible by you. That was the loudest I think I've ever heard the stadium. They went nuts. 14-3 game. They're still in it. You make the back-breaking interception. Tell me what you saw in that play and how'd you make that play?
So a play or two before that, I don't know if anybody saw, but I had a tip. My linebacker tipped it, and I went to dive for interception. The same play, they ran the same route to the same side, and I jumped the under route.
It was an incredible play. Then you picked it. You went the other way. It was like, back-to-back weeks of pick sixes. Yep. I mean, that's got to be unheard of, right, Mikey?
Yep.
And that last run. What were you saying? You're just like, I got to score. I wanted to
ice the game.
Yeah.
I wanted to ice the game. I'm so proud of this team, and I'm so excited.
How much stronger are you than last year?
Way stronger.
I noticed it with your tackling. You never miss tackles, very rarely. And your running style, you're running through guys. You're trucking guys that maybe your sophomore, junior, you didn't do it. And now you're trucking guys, and it's incredible.
Yep.
Can I ask you a question? Can you throw the ball?
Yes, I can.
Because you're a Wildcat. I didn't see you guys throw the ball yet out of Wildcat. Nope. But that package is in there. So you're ready to throw. Okay. All right. Well, congratulations. You are the A. Murray Family Investment LLC Player of the Game. 2 weeks in a row, 3 touchdowns, rushing, receiving, pick six. This guy does it all. College recruiters, go watch his film. He's unbelievable. Congrats so much, Mikey. I love watching you play each week.
Thank you.
Yeah, take care.
All right, we got Pat still down there. I believe he's going to wait for Coach Flowers. So he sticks his hands on his hips there. Coach Flowers talking to Mike Drago, and then just musical chairs out there as Pat's out there. Pat's out there with Paul Roberts and Mike Drago, and Drago's currently got Coach Flowers. Now Paul Roberts has Mikey Miller. So I'm sure that they'll just pass along Coach Flowers here.
Holy crap.
35-17. Listen, so I guess we can talk about it while we have a little bit of time here. But very briefly, hearing Mikey Miller say exactly what I said.
Yep.
They were running maybe not the exact play all 3 times, but 2 of those plays were the same.
It was the same under route, yeah.
It was the same under route, and Mikey Miller talking about how he just undercut that route. He's like, listen, it's the same play that they were running before. I'm just going to go pick it off.
Yeah.
And we heard the same thing a couple of weeks ago from Cooper Burr when he had that interception in that quad set against Daniel Boone.
Yes.
They came out the first play of the game against Boone in that quad formation, and they threw the screen right out of it. And the second time that they ran it, Cooper was just like, I'm going to jump the route. I'm going to jump the screen. And he did, and he walks it in from, 10 yards out?
Literally,
because they were on the their heels were on their goal line, basically. And he just walked it right in. He just read the screen, said, I remember this play. It's the exact same one that we faced at the beginning of the game. And just walks it in. So, listen, Mikey Miller, fantastic athlete. Pat's nailed it right on the head. A lot of it is this team getting bigger, stronger. We talked when, Lorchak was the head coach. Never talked behind the scenes about how they're not really pushing sleds. They're not really lifting weights an awful lot. And as a result, you saw those guys get pushed around a lot. Their offensive line, their defensive line would get pushed around. Their secondary and their linebackers didn't have enough strength to follow through on tackles. Now you're seeing the results of a weight room.
Yeah.
You're seeing the results of a coaching staff that knows what they're doing at all times.
Switch back.
And speaking of,
I'm with
there he is.
victorious Coach Flowers. You got your goal this week. 1-0. How's it feel?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, we got our goal, 1-0 this week, 5-0 in the year. We're not going to discredit that. And just super proud that our young men were able to stay locked in and get through the whole battle of the game.
This team's had Muhlenberg's number for a long time. And so to get that win against another Berks County team that's dominated this rivalry, how's that feel? Like, it's got to feel great. You coming to play here, you played here, alumni night, awesome.
It feels amazing, man. I mean, you got to think about it, man. It's been 21 years. But, again, the most important year is this one right now. And, it's been 21 years of a lot of losses, lopsided scores. I thought some of it was disrespectful for a long time. But we're here. We got the the victory right now, so we got to continue to move forward.
5-0. I thought your team showed so much resiliency. You throw the pick early, then you come back, you throw the ball. Fred Lacey makes a big play. Then you guys get that goal line stand.
Yep.
Just a lot of resiliency from your team, a lot of heart and effort I saw tonight. That's incredible to see for the Mules in year 2 of your program.
Heck yeah, man! The goal line stance was definitely the difference maker of the football game. One of our themes for the night, man, was we're doing this together. I need my brothers, and that's what it is, and that's what we've done.
2 weeks in a row, we gave Mikey Miller Player of the Game. The pick six, that was the loudest I've ever heard since I've been here. The crowd was going nuts.
Yeah,
Oh, Coach Flowers, it was incredible. What a play by Mikey. He picked it and then gets it, and that was a back-breaking play. It's only 14-3 at that point.
Oh, man, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was beautiful, man. That was a great play. He did it the correct way, got the ball, took it to the end zone, man. And, again, we practiced that, and our kids were super excited. And I definitely heard our community of winners outside just going crazy. And how about his last run, too?
Yes.
The
Oh,
last
my
run.
God, he broke like 8
forgetting about
tackles.
that one. Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
It was an incredible. So I run to, I said to him, I asked him, Coach, I said, how much stronger are you than last year? He goes, way. You could see it, the way he tackles, the way he breaks tackles. He was not doing this in sophomore and junior year. You could see the commitment in the weight room because he's so much stronger.
So much stronger, man. Like I just said to somebody else, man, he made a full commitment to the weight room, along with all the guys. But Mike, it's helping him. He's healthy. He's doing it the right way. So it's freaking awesome to watch and see what he's doing.
Does it feel extra special to win on alumni night? Since you graduated here, I saw a bunch of alumni here. Halftime, the pictures were great up there. A lot of good pictures up there. Yeah, you're out there crying, Coach. Great pictures up there of the Mules over the years. To win a game on alumni night has to feel great.
It does feel great, man. Our director of media, Emily Grube, she does a great job. He's funny. She does a great job. And it is special to win this on Alumni Night, man. Super important for our program. It's win number 5 for the year, win number 2 in the section.
Coach, congratulations. I'm enjoying watching your team every week, and keep it up, and we'll see you next week.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
5-0. Go the Muhlenberg Mules. How about that? Always knew that we had a thought. We always knew that there was a chance here. We got Rick Perez down there. We got Pat trying to get back up here. It does take forever to try to get back up here. We always come the wrong direction back from the concession stand at halftime. Anyway, not too shabby here this evening. 35-17. Mikey Miller, your player of the game here. And yeah, playing E-Town next week. Yeah, we are. And I hate to say it, but it is another winnable game here for the Mules. Not to take anything, give it an announcer curse or anything like that. No, it's not what I'm aiming for here. But yeah, not too shabby here. 5-0, and just keep on cruising along here. They'll match Conestoga Valley. They'll match Exeter. They're going to stay 1, 2, 3 in the district, and they're going to get a 4-1 E-Town team coming to town here. E-Town, not too shabby. They have Prince Ratto with about 7.5 yards per carry. They spread the ball out a little bit, run it with their quarterback a little with Kaufman. They have Pearson in the backfield as well. A whole slew of guys that can catch the football as well. They got 4 receivers with at least 9 receptions. They snuck past Cacalico on opening night. They lost to Kennett Square. They beat McCaskey. They beat South Philly 44-0, and now they've beat Ephrata.
No, they got beat.
Oh, did they? Did Ephrata?
Yeah, they beat them.
All right. Well, there you go then.
So they're 3-2.
Never mind. They're 3-2. Sorry, we didn't go through the final scores. There you go. 20-14 final score there.
And last year you were not here. You were at Wyo missing. It was a crazy game, and I forget the score. But it was a back and forth rain drizzling game, and Muhlenberg barely lost, so they were right there. They could have been their 5th win last year, and they just couldn't get the win there. But so they'll get a chance to avenge that loss from last year. I mean, I really felt the energy today down there, Ryan. You always do after a win, but you really felt it. You could feel it. Like this was special because they haven't beat them in so long. And you beat a team.
It's all they read all week is about how they haven't beat them in. No offense, Mike. Sorry. They read all week about how they haven't won in 21 years. It's bulletin board material. They stick it there, you slap it on the way out of the locker room, read it every single day, and get super ticked off about it, and go do something about it on Friday night.
And nothing against the 4 teams you beat. This is a team that has been good, or a solid to good team every year. And they did beat a 6A team, even though Hempfield's down. And so now you turn into the biggest Mifflin fan ever. Keep winning, Mifflin. But, this is a great win, without a doubt. To start 5-0 is really special, and a chance to go 6-0 next week. They're going to have a good chance against E-Town. E-Town won't be easy. It'll be like tonight. It'll be a battle. But they got a real good chance to go into that game the following week against Exeter to be, 6-0, 2 6-0 teams. And Jerry already said that they're going to have the Exeter broadcast team, and I'm going to be doing sidelines. So I'll be down on the sideline.
You will, because I'll be up at State College that week. So
2 weeks.
The 3rd of October is that game.
So
no, that's UCLA weekend. I'll be up in State College for a different reason.
And so I'll be. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go around and checking out the scenes, and I think after each quarter they're gonna throw down to me, or at some point we'll figure it out.
There you go. Well, you got DZ on the call, but that's a couple weeks from now.
Yeah, I get
that's
you
2
next
weeks from now. Next week, E-Town right
Bears.
here. Go Bears. The 3-2 Bears.
3-2 Bears versus the 5-0 Muhls.
Yeah. Trying to figure out kind of the middle of the pack teams is always a crapshoot to a certain degree. They're always going to be tough games, and they really can go either way.
But this is a big win when it comes to playoff seedings. You win this, you get to 6-0, even if you lose to Exeter, and let's say down the road, just speculate, let's say you lose to Conestoga Valley, okay, you're still in a really good shape because you got that extra win, for the playoffs. So, the Muhls are looking like a legit chance to make the playoffs. So that would be incredible.
First time in a dozen years.
What a home playoff game? How incredible would that be?
Could potentially be a home playoff game. 5A takes 12 teams. Currently ranked 3rd, so stick somewhere in the upper half.
Do you know what day that is?
Doing pretty okay.
You and I might be in trouble.
It looks like Halloween.
It's Halloween. So we might be here calling a playoff game. Our wives will not be happy with us.
It's Halloween. It's also the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future in theaters.
How do you know stuff like that? Like, seriously.
Because I was at the movies last night watching that god-awful football movie.
Why did you watch that movie?
Don't go see it. Yes.
Why did you go see that movie?
Okay, listen. Anytime that Jordan Peele produces a movie and is not the director, you know that it's probably going to be they're going to aim for a certain style, but also they didn't release any of the reviews of this movie until like super late because they knew it was going to be really bad. And I was not. No, wait. Was I disappointed? No, because I knew it was bad.
Why did you watch that movie? I don't understand why you go watch that movie.
I have the AMC Movie Pass. It pays for itself after 2 movies a month.
You have an AMC Movie Pass?
I do. I go see at least 2 movies a month.
By yourself?
No, I got friends. And my kid. And my oldest. We go see the Disney and Pixar movies and stuff like that when they're in theaters. Go see all the kids' stuff. I'm a good dad.
All right. You are a good dad. Okay.
I didn't take my kid to go see him last night. That was a 9:10 showing.
Did you go with a friend last night?
Y08. I did.
Okay.
The kids are already asleep.
Yeah, I got you.
Nothing counts after 9
I can't remember
p.m.
last time
I'll go to the movies.
Went to an adult movie, without my kids.
Hey. I didn't say I went to the adult movies. I said I just went to the movies.
I didn't mean that. All right. I think it's time that we cut it off.
It's time to cut it off. 6:45 next week, guys.
Yes.
35-17, your final score here this evening. We can talk more about the movies next week. or just a personal conversation. Anyway, E-Town will come to town. Should be another exciting one. 3-2 Bears looking to make some hay here against the 5-0 Muhls as they look to extend this winning streak. Again, an incredible turn of fortunes here for the Muhls, and they'll look to continue holding steady next week right here on the Muhls Sports Network. So thank you to all of our sponsors. I think that we got them all in. Thank you to our camera guy, Bradley. Thank you to Chris. Thank you to Pat. Thank you to Jerry. Thank you to all of our fans for listening in. We had a really good broadcast here this evening, and look forward to bringing you one next week as well. So for everyone here in the press box, I'm Ryan Lineweaver. We'll see you next week. Have a good night.
Thank you for joining us for Muhlenberg Mules football on the Mule Sports Network. Brought to you by Birdie's Inn, where they remind you to have fun and be kind. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group. Advanced Comfort Specialists supplying all of your HVAC needs. And Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market in Flying Hills. Join us all season long for Mule Sports Network coverage of your Muhlenberg Mules. This has been a presentation of Jerry Gelliff Media. Good night.